audio. There you go, Jaden. You should be able to get in now.
Check, 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 check. Check 1, 2, check, check.
You're good. Don't
Pretty
hold
good.
the mic. Don't hold the mic. You'll be all right. Okay. Make sure that audio sounds good on the feed here. Might be a little too loud. Check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No crowd noise though. Just absolutely reckless.
Are any of these?
Okay, 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3. Wait a second. Well, if that wasn't the easiest fix in the world, let's hope it works. Hold on. Well, we should be getting more than that, but I want to test it. Well, I don't think we have time. Let's see where we're at here. Yeah, we have time. Okay. Check, check. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Check, check, check. 1 2 1 2. 1 2 3 1 2 3. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4 5. No. No crowd noise. That is odd. Before the update, crowd noise. After the update, no crowd noise. That really stinks. For those of you that are waiting for our broadcast to start tonight, our apologies to you, but we had some device issues that got caught in an update situation, and it has caused us a number of difficulties that we've been trying to fix for about the last 45 minutes or so. Tonight might be kind of a sterile broadcast where the crowd doesn't seem to be picked up. We'll obviously have the play-by-play for you. That'll work out okay, but something happened during the update of a computer that has caused us to have some issues tonight. So our apologies on that. Come over here and see if we can find it here. Now it looks like we've got crowd noise. Let's try it again. All right, one more time around the horn here. Let's see if we can get some. Okay. There it is. All right. Okay.
You've done it again, Ryan. You've done it again.
I'll tell you what. I think this year, and I'll tell you what, those of you that are on the web stream right now, you're getting a little inside baseball here, which is just fine. We're okay with that. Ryan and Jaden, we're about to start the broadcast. We'll be starting the radio broadcast of this one here in a couple of moments too. But I think we've used up every rub of the rabbit's foot that we have at this point, Jaden. I really do. I don't know if we're I don't know how many more breaks the Almighty owes us at this point, if you know what I mean.
I'll tell you what. Oh, what's going on? I think
they're having problems with their PA as well tonight, so that's been an issue also. So
well, it seems like they just got that fixed too, because I see some lights down there that weren't on before, and looks like they're going to boot up the music. It seems like it's a bit of a chain reaction, Ryan. You fix the stream, the PA somehow fixes itself. So
I'm not going to take credit for anything at this point. I'm just going to thank our almighty stars that we survived a 25-minute computer update. And, I mean, we were watching that clock tick. I don't know if this is going to make it. But it's going to make it.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe they still don't have that PA ready. A bit of a weird sound you don't traditionally hear on the speaker system here, but
seem to have lost the shot clock too. Okay. All right, so we're going to go silent here for a little bit, and we'll get the radio pickup here, and then we'll be ready to start radio and video coming up. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The old adage is better late than never. We are late tonight, but it's not never. Ryan Cunningham, Jaden Babiak with you here tonight for Viking basketball as Valley City State is at home this evening to take on Bellevue University. The reason why we are tardy this evening, and it would just have to happen right in front of a home playoff game tonight. The computer that we used to bring you the coverage of this got stuck in what we like to call update HE double hockey sticks, and that thing was down for a good half hour, and we had to reprogram a number of things on the back end of it. I know more about computers now than I ever wanted to. When I first started calling basketball games, I think my first basketball game was Hope Page and Central Cass back when I was in college, Jaden, and I thought I was just going to go out and pick up a microphone during those days and go, and now there's a lot more things that go on. But nonetheless, we're here, and tonight we get ready for our coverage of Viking basketball as Valley City State will go up against Bellevue University this evening here at the W.E. Osmond Fieldhouse in the first round of the NSAA playoffs as the Viking men win 3 in a row at one juncture, including a huge weekend on the road where they went down to Bellevue and won, and then they won at Dakota State, and that gives them tiebreakers over both of those teams. They end up actually a game ahead of them as it is, and so they get to come back here and play a home game, and they'll take on Bellevue University, a team that blew them out the first time around. Since then, the Vikings have won 2 in a row. Jaden, a very interesting Valley City State University Viking basketball season that we've had thus far, and I'm sure will lead to a very interesting game coming up tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. You can kind of call it the tale of two teams. Obviously, a slow start, Ryan. 1-7 and 2-9 at one point, and you know, you go back to those records and you think, are we getting a home playoff game? And at 1-7, you know, you think this is impossible. 2-9, you're still thinking this is impossible. But as the weeks go on and you get hot at the right time, it becomes more probable, more conceivable, and now it's really in front of our eyes, Ryan, and we have a phenomenal matchup tonight.
Yeah, it should be a good one. These two teams have played some interesting basketball games against one another already this year. We're going to take a quick break as we continue along with our pregame report. We'll come back. We've got a few more things that we've got to get straightened out here from the W.E. Osmond Fieldhouse so you can have a great viewing experience and a great listening experience tonight. So a quick break. We're back with more in a couple of moments on Viking basketball as our pregame report brought to you by Sanford Health Valley City. Here for all, here for good. We're back with more in a moment. Stay with us.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Welcome back to Viking basketball tonight here on the Voice of the Vikings, the Voice of the Valley, KOVC. Ryan Cunningham, Jaden Babiak with you here tonight for Viking basketball. The Viking men are at home to take on Bellevue University today. It's the 4 versus 5 matchup in the NSAA Tournament. Our pregame report brought to you tonight by Sanford Health Valley City, here for all and here for good. Let's take a look at a couple of things as we get ready for action tonight. First of all, the reason why we're here are the final conference standings that came into being at the end of the regular season. You can see on your screen, for those of you taking in our video coverage tonight, you can find that video coverage under the sports tab and the video tab at newsdakota.com. You can also find it on the VCSU Athletics YouTube channel as well. Dickinson State University with a 1-game edge over the University of Jamestown at the end of the season. A huge win for the Vikings. The reason why they're in this spot, they beat Dickinson State near the end of the year. But Dickinson State holds on to win the conference. Mayville State was 3rd. It was Dickinson State 12-3 in the league. The University of Jamestown 11-4. Mayville State 9-6. Then the bottom 3. The Vikings 5-10. A game better than Bellevue University. A game better than Dakota State. Had they not beaten Dickinson State, they still would have won a tiebreaker, winning 2 out of 3 over both of those teams behind them, Bellevue and Dakota State. But with that win, they're outright 4th coming into the tournament. So that leads us to where we're at coming into tonight. This is what the tournament looks like for those of you that are taking a look at the tournament for the first time. Dickinson State and the University of Jamestown receive byes this evening. Valley City State and Bellevue, the 4-5 matchup. The winner goes out to Dickinson on Saturday. Mayville State and Dakota State, the 3-6 matchup. The winner goes to Jamestown coming up on Saturday. And on Tuesday, those remaining will play at the home of the highest seed. And as you can see, I've got one bar over there in green, Jaden. Now, do you know why I put that bar in green? Let me just ask if you can figure out why that's in green.
Well, I'm going to say it's in green because that's going to be your conference tournament winner there, Ryan.
And what does green mean?
Green means good.
Good. Right? And what else does green mean?
Grass,
like when you stop
wood.
when you stop at a stoplight, what does green mean?
Green means go.
Go, like as into the national tournament. If you win the conference, you're going on to the next level. See what I did there, JD?
I like it a lot. And, Ryan, there's only, you're an excellent broadcaster, but I'll tell you what, you're even better with the technology. You got us out of a rut tonight, and I like that little green right there.
Little
green
bit of
means
green.
go.
Absolutely. Taking a look at some of the players to watch in this one tonight. For Valley City State, the big question mark is going to be Lamar Grayson. He was a game-time decision. He is warming up. He has practiced. He's got a hamstring issue that's causing him some issues right now, and so we're hopeful that he's going to be able to come along for the ride. The Vikings had to play their last 2 games without him. They did win at Dakota State without him. Tyrell Krieger, 13.2 points per game, stepped in well, and Jaden Pacha, 17 points against Bellevue. What a huge game that was for Jaden Pacha to have at that point for the Vikings to get a lift. That was absolutely big, and the Vikings were able to use that to their advantage in that situation.
Certainly, and we've seen his skill here at the bubble, Ryan, a really athletic player. And, all 3 of those guys, obviously you talk about Tyrell Krieger. Without Lamar Grayson in the lineup, he stepped up, played some big minutes, created that offense for Valley City State. I think back to that win over Bellevue at home a few weeks back. Tyrell Krieger led the offense, and certainly those 3 guys mentioned are going to have to make a big performance tonight.
For Bellevue tonight, and you saw us get a little herky-jerk on the screen there, again, due to the updates that we have this evening. Apologies. TJ Fritz, 12.6 points per game, but did not start in their last matchup against the University of Jamestown. RJ Smith, Nigel Wilson. This team is big. Nigel Wilson is exceptionally tall. They go to Emar Vincent off the bench, who looks like a tight end at 6'8". So that's what the Bruins are about, size, Jaden. We saw it before. They'll be about that again tonight.
Absolutely. They definitely want to beat you with size, and, it's not just their starters. They got size on the bench, and certainly something that Valley City State's going to have to contend with tonight.
We'll take a break. We'll come back as we pause for our national anthem. Our starting lineups in basketball on the way next, so stay with us. This is Viking basketball against Bellevue University in the men's tournament. We've got it for you tonight right here on the Voice of the Vikings, the Voice of the Valley, KOVC, and NewsDakota.com. Also video coverage at the VCSU Athletics YouTube channel.
Hey college students, are you looking for a part-time job that works around your schedule, pays well, and gives you free money for college every year? McDonald's offers all of it. We can work around your schedule, and we give $2,500 scholarships to everyone who works for 3 months and averages 15 hours per week. That's 2 full shifts a week or 3 shifts of 5 hours. It's that easy. Let us help you become our next scholarship recipient. Come join our team. Text ND29 to 38000 to apply today.
We aren't meant to be still. And while you determine the direction you'll go, we're just here to help you along the way. So go. Go with experience. Go with teamwork. Go with neighbors. Go with integrity.
Orthopedic pain is limiting. It's unpredictable. And when it disrupts the way you move, it disrupts the way you live. Life is better when you feel empowered to move the way you want, when you want. And that's where our experts come in. We're your guides to orthopedic and sports medicine treatment options that can manage your pain, rehab your injuries, and restore your confidence. Take back the freedom to move. Explore your orthopedic options at Sanford Health.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right. Lever's Foods.
This week at Lever's Foods, it's a stock-up sale. Save big on Jack's Pizzas, 3 for $9.57. Sunny D Drinks, 2 for $2.98. Bone-in center-cut pork loin rib chops, $2.99 a pound. Kellogg's family-size cereals, 2 for just $8.68. And red, green, or black seedless grapes, only $1.89 a pound. Delivery is available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
When you're craving the taste of juicy, flavorful, locally sourced beef and pork, look no further than your locally owned Valley Meat Supply. At Valley Meat Supply, we take pride in bringing you the finest cuts of beef and pork straight from local producers. So whether you're planning a mouth-watering barbecue or a cozy family meal, choose Valley Meat Supply for the highest quality, locally grown beef, pork, and award-winning jerky, sticks, and sausage. Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City. Your taste buds will thank you.
Welcome back to our coverage of Viking basketball tonight here on the Voice of the Vikings, the Voice of the Valley, KOBC, newsdakota.com. With our video coverage, you can find the link to this underneath the sports tab and the video link at newsdakota.com, the VCSU Athletics YouTube channel. Thanks to everybody for joining us there this evening as well. Ryan Cunningham with you here this evening, along with Jaden Babiak back from the baseball side of things. He gets one more bite at the apple. And Jaden, I'm happy about that. Good to be back with you for one more go around. Let's have a good one tonight, huh?
Let's have a good one, Ryan, and really excited to be here. Obviously glad this worked out. Let's see some playoff basketball, Ryan.
Let's take a look at our starting lineups for tonight's matchup. Brought to you tonight by CHI Mercy Health Valley City. Hello Human Kindness for Bellevue, the visitors tonight. The guards will be Christian Carter, a 6'1 senior from Concord, California, and Raphael Allen, a 6'4 senior from Gary, Indiana. Tonight in the middle will be R.J. Smith, a 6'8 junior from El Dorado Hills, California. The forwards are J.J. Montgomery, a 5'11 junior from Hayward, California, and Liam Thompson, a 6'6 sophomore from Phoenix, Arizona. Lucas Gabriel in his 5th season with Bellevue. For the Vikings tonight, the guards are Tyrell Krieger, a 6'2 junior from Owatonna, Minnesota. Shahid Muhammad, a 6' senior from Arden Hills, California. And Sam Coppervig, a 6'3 sophomore from Castleton, North Dakota. The forwards, Jaden Pacha, a 6'5 senior from Houston, Texas. And Oda Lang, a 6'6 senior from St. Cloud, Minnesota. Lamar Grayson not in the starting lineup for the Vikings. He is on the bench. He is dressed. We'll see if the Vikings can get some minutes from their leading scorer, who's not in the game to start tonight. For those of you on the radio side, the Vikings are in cream with their Cardinal accents, and Bellevue took our advice and went purple with the gold. You knew I was going to say it, didn't you, Jaden?
Yeah, and they watch this stream nationally, Ryan, so there's no reason they didn't hear it, and it's certainly from us, and that's what we're going to think the entire night.
Oda Lang versus R.J. Smith for the tip, and we're underway with Viking basketball. Tyrell Krieger will control the Shahid Muhammad, and we're underway with the Vikings moving from right to left. Muhammad will be picked up by J.J. Montgomery on the stripe. Olang handing off to Tyrell Krieger, flexing from left to right. He drives, and we've got a whistle 14 seconds into the game. Foul will go against R.J. Smith. Good foul for the Vikings to get early on one of their big men, but they are deep in the big men spot. Is Bellevue to be the first against R.J. Smith. The Vikings will inbound underneath the scoring basket. Tyrell Krieger on the right side of the floor. Olang swinging through to Pacha on the top of the key. Pacha moving back towards the right with the ginger step dribble. He'll move it towards the corner for Tyrell Krieger. Krieger driving, looking to kick out, threw that one away. J.J. Montgomery went up, took the snare, and Bellevue's back into the front court with the basketball. Liam Thompson on the top of the key. A step towards his right, moves back to the top, and now found Montgomery again on the right side. Into R.J. Smith, one-on-one with a Lang kick out. 3 on the way from number 14, Raphael Allen. That comes up strong off the heel of the rim. Olang comes down with the basketball. Vikings back up the floor. Krieger to Sam Coppervig. A spin move in the lane, a kick out. Olang all day to look at a 3, dared to take it. Now drives against Smith, tried to kick out again, and Christian Carter stepped in front of a basketball for Bellevue. Vikings with 2 turnovers early. Raphael Allen into the post. A look and a play back to Montgomery on the right side of the floor. Back to Carter between the rings, looking for a screen from Smith. He'll swing to Liam Thompson on the left side of the floor. Thompson a stop and a look. Back out towards the Raphael Allen spot in the middle of the floor. Allen driving left, got to the basket. Foul against Oda Lang. So each of the big men with 1 so far, and neither team really looking exceptionally sharp offensively so far.
And Raphael Allen went down hard there, obviously draws the foul. And last 2 meetings between these two have been low-scoring affairs, Ryan, and early on it seems like we're going to get a lot of the same here.
So we'll see foul shots early for Raphael Allen of Bellevue. Allen, a 6'4 senior from Gary, Indiana. And the first one's on the way and good. Raphael Allen makes it 1-0 in favor of Bellevue University. These were wars throughout the course of the season. The first one got away from the Vikings down in Omaha badly. They were down by 40 points in the first half. Vikings won by 2, came home and won by 1. So their margin of victory plus 1.5 in the games they played against Bellevue in the last 2 meetings.
And it's come down to the final shot for Bellevue missing both. And, you know, completely different story if they end up making both those shots.
Yeah, this game's someplace else. 2-0 after Raphael Allen knocks down both foul shots. Sam Coppervig, top of the key, looking at Odir Olang. Krieger to the right sideline for Muhammad. Into Odir Olang in the right corner. Puts a move on against Emar Vincent. Tried to go reverse. Ball knocked out of bounds off the Vikings. It'll stay Bellevue basketball. And they made some changes, did Bellevue. TJ Fritz, 6'3 senior from Manhattan, Kansas, who's been a regular starter but hasn't started the last couple of games. And Emar Vincent, the 6'8 senior from Omaha, Nebraska, that again is a freight train, steps into the middle for Bellevue in the post spot after that first foul against R.J. Smith. 2-0 Bellevue. We played nearly 2 minutes. Vincent top of the key to Christian Carter on the left wing of the floor. Carter a stop, down to Thompson, right corner. He takes a look in. One-on-one battle between Pacha and Emar Vincent in the post. Vincent will come out to set a screen with the shot clock winding down. Raphael Allen working right side on Muhammad. Took it, got double teamed into Vincent. Stripped by Krieger. Ball's out of bounds off of Vincent's leg. Good play by Krieger, and the Vikings will get it back.
Yeah, already an offensive struggle here, Ryan. And like I said, we've seen this matchup twice be a low-scoring affair. And again, I'll say it, certainly looking like we're going to get a lot of the same here. Bellevue already using that size.
Now we got a whistle as the shot clock may not have got started. Shahid Muhammad was stepping his way up the floor.
Well, and while we're paused here, worth mentioning the women who are down in Bellevue. That game has just got underway, so we'll have a couple updates throughout the game here for those listening and watching, and obviously playing the Bruins as well, just not in Valley City.
Yeah, it would have been nice to have them both at home, wouldn't it? But let's hope the Viking women can come up with something big on the road, score an upset tonight. Pacha looking down low, the high-low game with Odir Olang, stripped of it, got it back, scores. First field goal of the night. The Vikings tie the game at 2.
Yeah, good find, Olang using his size. He's going to have to use his size all night.
Vikings tie it up at 2 apiece. First field goal for either team comes nearly 3 minutes in to the opening half. Emar Vincent right side to TJ Fritz in the corner. A screen, it's jumped, and then Fritz threw the ball out of bounds, coming back to Christian Carter. A lobby effort by Bellevue's bench. Lucas Gabriel, their head coach, says that was off of the Vikings. It was not, according to the officials, and the Vikings will keep the basketball. Inbounds pass will come in from Sam Coppervig, and we'll see Shahid Muhammad come into the front court with it. Muhammad stepping up to the top of the key, off to the left wing for Odir Olang. Olang comes back to Krieger, a step towards the right. Krieger trying to curl, picked up on the wing by Vincent. Crossover by Krieger, here comes a foul against Emar Vincent. The Vikings seem to have gotten a matchup there after they jumped a screen, Bellevue, that was ripe for Emar Vincent to pick up a foul trying to defend a guard.
Well, and we saw Emar Vincent earlier this year get into foul trouble in the matchup at home that the Vikings played against the Bruins, and certainly led to a bit of offensive room for the Vikings. Taking that kind of size off the court early can be a big advantage.
Step back three by Shahid Muhammad. Good, and the Vikings take the lead. Shahid Muhammad stepping in. That's what he was brought here to do, to hit shots like that. He struggled this year, but he comes up with a big three in that moment, and it's 5-2. Valley City State now up by 3. Raphael Allen, top of the key for Bellevue. He's defended by Krieger, player to player. Allen stepping left, works back to Christian Carter, right wing. High-low Vincent defended by Coppervig, and we'll see a foul thrown in. I think Sam Coppervig, who's 6'3" and has no chance size-wise against Emar Vincent, just did what he could do. Forced the big man to go to the foul line. First foul on Coppervig.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to be a theme all day. I think it's on Shahid Muhammad, actually, Ryan. They signaled 12 there to the booth. But, yeah.
Boy, he wasn't anywhere in the vicinity on that. The only man below the basket for the Vikings was Sam Coppervig, maybe on the way in. First foul shot is good for Emar Vincent.
Yeah, and that's certainly, again, Emar Vincent using his size and his dominance in the paint there, and obviously a mismatch if that were to have been Coppervig's foul. But, yeah, Shahid Muhammad must have just got him on the way in, but 2 foul shots there. No field goals yet for Bellevue.
Yeah, they haven't had a field goal. 3.5 minutes to start the game. They cut the Viking lead to 5-4. A pair of foul shots for Emar Vincent, and Bellevue starts the night 4 of 4 from the foul line. Tyrell Krieger on the top of the key. Shahid Muhammad comes out high for the basketball. Stanfield, who just checked in for the Vikings, sets a screen. Muhammad driving, looking down on the high-low for Stanfield. That was deflected off the glass. And the loose basketball to Christian Carter for Bellevue. Bruins into the front court after a Viking turnover. Ladarius Stanfield stepping in, 6'6 senior, Sacramento, California. High low to Vincent. Stanfield will take him after a switch. Carter for 3 on the top of the key, won't fall. Rebound battle. Vincent got it, turns back to the basket, partially altered. Bellevue thought they were fouled. They don't get the call. The Vikings get a big defensive stand in the middle. Krieger on top. Stanfield on the way for 3. Hits the front of the rim and short. And Christian Carter has the rebound for the Bruins. Bruins back up front, trailing the Vikings 5-4 on the LaRue Laco Financial scoreboard. A little better than 15 to play. Liam Thompson, jump stop, scoop Scott to the glass. Makes it 6-5 Bellevue. 1 point lead now for the Bruins after Liam Thompson goes to the glass with a left-handed layup. Jaden Pacha taking a look at Shahid Muhammad. Muhammad a stop off to Stanfield. Sam Copperbig will draw TJ Fritz after Copperbig scored 19 against Dakota State. He won't be left alone on the perimeter anymore. Ball goes into Pacha. He's fouled by Liam Thompson. That was a big game a couple of games ago down at Dakota State. Sam Copperbig taking a good variety of shots. I think he hit 4 of 5 from the three-point line, scored 19, a career day for the sophomore. He's been in the starting lineup second half of the year, and he's proven himself to be ready for that role.
Yeah, absolutely. Carved himself a bit of a look in the starting lineup. Hasn't looked back since, and rewarded with a good game there. Pacha here ready to take 2.
First foul shot for Pacha won't fall, and it remains a 6-5 game. Bellevue will make a line change of sorts. J.J. Montgomery returns, and also stepping into the game will be Matt Matok, a 6'6 freshman from Council Bluffs, Iowa. Now, looking on the bench, and I'm not sure, yeah, there he is. Nigel Williams is on the bench, or Nigel Wilson, I should say, is on the bench. They're going to rule that Pacha stepped over the foul line on his second foul shot, so neither will go down. But we're used to seeing Nigel Wilson early in the game, either early rotation or starter. And boy, this Bellevue team has undergone some changes since we lost Thoslam, Jaden.
Absolutely. Well, you mentioned TJ Fritz first of all, and obviously a different look here put out by Lucas Gabriel, seeing something that maybe we don't up here.
Vincent looking right side. Fritz off a screen, comes back to the basketball. Stop, reversal to Montgomery, a look inside. Montgomery goes down low trying to find Vincent in the post. Vincent will score. That size becomes a factor. First 2 for Emar Vincent. The lead is 3 for Bellevue.
That's just very difficult to defend if you're Caden Grindy. Obviously losing 5 inches on him.
Tyrell Krieger with a teardrop from the baseline. Krieger will score his first 2. You mentioned Caden Grindy coming into the game. 6'4 junior from Spring Grove, Minnesota. Fritz, a left corner 3, hits it. TJ Fritz hit 5 of those in a row against the Vikings down at Bellevue. And that one from the right corner, my apologies, a lefty 3 from the right corner. And Bellevue takes an 11-7 lead over Valley City State.
Yeah, and that's Fritz's bread and butter. Obviously hurt Valley City early in the first matchup.
Sam Copperbig, a baseline drive, had the ball knocked loose. Ladarius Stanfield followed it, but his shot won't fall. And the rebound comes down with Matt Matok for Bellevue. Bruins up the floor leading by 4. Matok on the top of the key to Montgomery off the right side for the Bruins. Montgomery a stop back to Matok in the right corner. Shahid Muhammad comes out to defend him. Matok looks high-low. Vincent hit by the help side defender. Dribbles through 2, steps against 3, and got fouled on his way to the basket. Boy, I'll tell you what, Emar Vincent has been an unstoppable force. Sam Copperbig will now pick up his first personal, but Jaden, there's nothing complicated about that last play for Bellevue other than to just get into the big man. It took 3 defenders to foul him.
Absolutely. Real strong Emar Vincent, making his presence known early, and obviously talked about earlier, getting into foul trouble the last time the Bruins visited Valley here. This time using his size in a more productive way. I believe actually he took 2 charging fouls early in that game, so obviously controlling his body a lot better here, is rewarded here with a couple free throws.
So the first of 2 for Emar Vincent is good, and Emar Vincent has 5 points in the early going of the opening half. And the Vikings will send in Lamar Grayson, and we'll see what he can give the Vikings tonight. 6-foot senior from Richfield, Minnesota, scored his 1,000th point earlier this year for his college career. And we're told playing with a strained hamstring, and going to be limited, of course. Second foul shot for Emar Vincent will go. He's got 6. And we'll see R.J. Smith, starting post player, return to the game for Bellevue.
Yeah, Lamar Grayson, tough year for him. Obviously, he had that illness earlier in the season. Again, it was believed that Bellevue Dakota State homestand, Ryan, and obviously the hamstring. Tough year for him, but still battled through it, and Valley's leading scorer.
Shahid Muhammad underneath the Ladarius Stanfield, who's fouled. That may be R.J. Smith's second. Carter was on the weak side of that, but Nigel Wilson pops up off the bench. He believes it'll go against Smith, and their starting post player going to play limited minutes to get this one started tonight as Smith picks up his second foul, trying to prevent Ladarius Stanfield from getting to the basket. And enter Nigel Wilson, a 6'9 senior from Tucson, Arizona. That's the thing about Bellevue. You know, their women's team is so physical on the perimeter. Their men's team is so big in the interior, and they do it well. Stanfield's first is good.
And just so much size on the bench, Ryan. You know, you're not taking, your big man out and replacing him. You got endless, 6'7", 6'8" options on the bench. So it's going to be a nightmare for Valley, especially if they're having trouble defending that size.
Second foul shot is good for Ladarius Stanfield. He's got 2, and it's 13-10. The Bruins have their lead trimmed to 3. First round matchup of the NSAA basketball tournament. Winner to Dickinson State on Saturday. Kick out to the right side. Fritz left alone for 3 again. Hits it. TJ Fritz with a half dozen on a pair of triples, both from the right wing. 16-9, 3-possession lead for Bellevue.
Little look to the Valley City bench, too. Feeling himself, TJ Fritz, just like that first matchup, Ryan.
Lamar Grayson dribbling the ball to the right side for Shahid Muhammad. Step back long, 2, well short. Rebound will trickle out of bounds, and Bellevue will get it back, and a chance now to go up 9 or 10 points as Tyrell Krieger will come back into the matchup for Shahid Muhammad. But you get the idea here with 7 minutes into the game. This is a crucial moment for the Vikings.
Absolutely, and you maybe wonder if there's a timeout upcoming for Ryan Montgomery. Obviously early, but you don't want to let this get out of hand early. Christian
Carter in the right corner taking a long stretch pass. Sends it to Fritz in the corner. Now Carter will take it back on the top of the key. Fritz left alone again. A bluff on a 3. Stepped into another, but pulled it down. Matak goes into Nigel Wilson. That's defended out of the post. Ball comes back to the perimeter for Fritz with a shot clock at 8. Fritz driving foul line. Back into Matak. Spins against the double team. Left one strong over the glass, and Stanfield comes down with a rebound for Valley City State. 16-9. Bellevue leads by 7. Lamar Grayson front court driving right. Hard take to the basket. Can't get it, but will go to the line. Grayson coming in hard, got Matak in the air, and Matt Matak should pick up the foul for Bellevue, and this will put Lamar Grayson on the foul line. First on Matak, and Lamar Grayson, the leading scorer this season for Valley City State, 17 points per game, but did not play against Dakota State, did not play against Mayville, misses his first foul shot here. The Vikings felt it too. They got the win against Dakota State, but that Trojan program is in a little bit of trouble right now, and when they went and played Mayville State, the options just weren't there early. Mayville State had a big lead and went on to win. Second for Lamar, won't fall either, so 0 of 2 from the foul line. The Vikings 2 of 6 to start the night from the foul line. Bellevue is 6 of 6 from the free throw line. Bellevue up the floor with a 7-point lead at 16-9. Carter looks in. Nigel Wilson was the intended target. Wilson did not know he should turn and face the basketball. And Valley City State will take over after an unforced error.
Yeah, a little miscommunication there. Obviously a break for Valley City State, and especially after missing those 2 free throws. Really big possession here for Valley.
Lamar Grayson to inbound for Valley City State. Grindy coming back into the backcourt after Bellevue shows they're going to put a little pressure on here. And the ball does come in. Lamar Grayson will get it back. Not a lot of pressure coming here from the Bruins. Grayson into the front court, finding Tyrell Krieger. Krieger a stop. Odier Olang coming to a set, top of the key. Back to Krieger in a shovel pass. Krieger backing away to Lamar Grayson. He looks underneath. Little alley-oop for Odier Olang. Olang didn't make the jump. Got a high-low pass. He's amongst 3 different Bruins, and there's a scramble on for the basketball. And the possession arrow is going to favor Bellevue in this case. That's another tough one for the Vikings to give up in that situation.
Yeah, absolutely. And Odier Olang just got buried there. It was a wall of purple, and obviously couldn't try and find a kick out to a teammate. But Bellevue doing a really good job of defending Valley City State from all angles. Obviously, they haven't had much to work with as far as room.
Ball on the right baseline for Matt Matak for Bellevue. He'll reverse to J.J. Montgomery. 16-9 Bellevue by 7. 11:30 to play opening half on the LaRue Laco Financial scoreboard. A step left side by Carter. Shot clock approaching 10. Carter dribbling up, has a double screen in the top of the key. Takes it left against Odier-Olang and scores on the up and under. Christian Carter with his first field goal tonight. Lead is 9 for Bellevue. The Vikings have been held to just 9 points in 9 minutes of basketball. Grayson from the foul line through one away. TJ Fritz jumped a passing angle. He's into the front court in transition. A 3 out of that transition play. Comes up short, but Matt Matak with an offensive rebound. And Bellevue will go back to work with the basketball. Carter out by the circle. Olang backing up to give Carter room. Carter stepping left to the right for Montgomery. He'll drive into the lane. A stop, a turn, a look. Kind of hooks one down to Wilson. Backing in on Olang. And a turnaround comes up inside short. Vikings come away with the rebound with Odier-Olang. Out to Krieger in transition. Krieger tried to force a shot up and a foul in the process that will be on the floor against Bellevue. Likely against Matt Matuk. And it will be Matuk that picks up his second. Well, that's the last that Bellevue had to give in the opening half. The Vikings will enjoy the penalty for 10 minutes and 35 seconds of first half basketball.
Well, down by 9, that could become very useful, Ryan. Quick update, 22-13 for Valley City State after the first quarter in Bellevue. That's 22-13. Leading scorer for the Vikings as Abby Asleason and J.C. Richter. Sorry, they have 6 points apiece.
J.C. 29 points against Mayville State the previous game. 3 by Tyrell Krieger is good for Valley City State. Off a curl, Tyrell Krieger hits a 3. Lead cut to 6 at 18-12. The winner there goes to Dakota State, and you know Abby Asleason would love to get one more take at the Trojans. She was huge against Dakota State here in that win, but J.C. Richter's on a tear, scoring 29 against Mayville State in the last matchup, a Viking win against the Comets. Emar Vincent one-on-one with Pacha. That's a shoulder. No call into Thompson. He'll score. Well, that's not going to be a charge tonight, Jaden.
Whistles are in the pockets tonight. Playoff basketball, Ryan.
It has been a charge in previous games. It is not one tonight. Tyrell Krieger with the basketball. The Vikings down 8, 20-12 after the bucket by Emar Vincent. Left side, ball comes into Jaden. Actually, Odier-Olang in the corner. He'll look to Pacha. Reverse layup. Pacha got it. Jaden Pacha with 17 in his previous matchup against Bellevue. He scores his first 2 tonight. Vikings cut the lead to 6 at 20-14. 9:25 to play in the opening half on our LaRue Laco Financial scoreboard. We get a media stoppage coming up on the next dead ball. Off the right side, ball out of bounds. And that should bring us to that media stoppage with 16 seconds left to shoot for Bellevue. Timeout taken for media. 9:20 to play first half. Bruins 20, Vikings 14 on the LaRue Laco Financial scoreboard. We have a timeout for Mobility Plus Rehabilitation. Viking basketball will continue coming up next.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938. Securities offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA, SIPC. Welcome back to Viking basketball. Voice of the Vikings, voice of the Valley, KOVC. Who let the stat girl wear a Yankees cap?
Yeah, I don't know. That's not going to be very popular amongst most baseball fans.
Our stats brought up to us tonight here at the media stoppage. Bellevue shooting 50% from the field. The Vikings 45.5% from the field. Bellevue 6 of 6 the foul line. And the rebounding advantage right now 9-5 in favor of the visitors. As Bellevue leads by a score of 20-14, they've got the ball with 10 seconds to shoot. A 3 out of the left corner is good. Taken out of the left corner by Bellevue's Deng Jal, who's new to the game. Came in off the media stoppage. He knocks down a 3 And the Vikings are back down 9 at 23-14. Opening round game of the NSAA men's basketball tournament. Winner goes off to Dickinson State on Saturday. Krieger, high-low to Pacha against a double team. Strong off the glass. Loose ball rebound to Raphael Allen for Bellevue. Bruins into the front court, a chance to go up double figures. Screen set to disrupt Lamar Grayson. He was looking for a foul, and now Grayson is defending Emar Vincent, and that's 6 feet for the Vikings versus 6'9" for Bellevue in the post. Ball back out to Montgomery in the top of the key for the Bruins. A take left, a stop on the block. A fall away is too strong. And Odier Lang comes up with a rebound for Valley City State. Push tempo. Grindy, touch pass to Tyrell Krieger. Krieger kicking out to Pacha, right corner. He wants a three and left it short. Raphael Allen has the rebound for Bellevue.
I think that shot was altered in the air, Ryan. Just a fingertip by the defender, but good look for Pacha. And Valley City State starting to have a bit of an answer to Bellevue's offense.
23-14, Bellevue leading by 9 with a basketball. Raphael Allen driving in on Olang. He got to the basket, scoop layup, but he traveled on the way there. And this will send the ball back to the Vikings. And wholesale changes, 6 new players out of 10. Matt Matok, TJ Fritz, Nigel Wilson, Christian Carter all back in for Bellevue. And Valley City State will return Shahid Muhammad and Sam Coppervik. Not used to players changing that rapidly, even in hockey.
Line change, yeah, over the boards. What are we, power play PK unit? Unit 1, Unit 2, swap out.
I think it's third line at this point, right?
Yep.
Krieger, the checking line. There's a check. Here's a pull-up by Krieger from the right elbow, and it's good. Tyrell Krieger quietly leading the Vikings tonight with 7. Lead cut back to 7 at 23-16.
And we've seen him lead that offense with Lamar Grayson out, certainly, Ryan, and done a good job of it for the Vikings.
Bellevue basketball on the top of the key. Matt Matok handing off to TJ Fritz. Fritz will come back off to the near side and finds Matok again on the left block. He'll turn out to Fritz. Fritz a head fake, driving left, jump stop in the lane, lost the ball, tried to push it down low, then has it deflected back to him, runs it down from behind the backboard, threw up a shot with time running out, and time did run out in that situation. The Vikings come away with the basketball. Shahid Muhammad will turn one back to Jaden Pacha to the glass. He was fouled on the way in. Pacha hanging on the rim as well. I believe that his intent was to perhaps dunk the basketball, and in the end, he ends up picking up some contact and will go to the foul line.
How could you tell, Ryan?
That he got contacted?
No, that he was trying to dunk the basketball.
Well, his hands ended up on the rim, and he seemed to have that Jaden Pacha intensive look on his face as he made his way to the basket, if you know what I mean.
He absolutely did, and he was driving the lane, tunnel vision, and big physical athlete, so certainly can do that. Obviously disrupted on his way. He'll take 2 here.
Pacha's at the foul line. Number 1 is on the way and short for Jaden Pacha. He's now 0 of 3 from the foul line tonight, and that's not a good place to be if you're Jaden Pacha. Again, opening round game. You can see what's on the line here. Next games are on Saturday. The winner here goes to Dickinson. Mayville State, Dakota State, they're playing up at the Louis Lee tonight. The winner will go to take on the University of Jamestown in the next matchup of the NSAA tournament.
And Ryan,
second
go
for
ahead.
Pacha's good.
And
he's off the schneid.
Just gonna say, it looked like he tore a bit of the lace in the net. I was looking at it before the free throw, and it was a bit loose, but I think he corrected it by swishing that second one.
Vikings back to within 6. It's 23-17 with under 7 to play in the opening half. Bellevue on the LaRue Laco Financial scoreboard. Carter looking right side to J.J. Montgomery. Matok leads inside, and that's the second time that Bellevue has just thrown the ball away on what is a little motion to the post, and their post players aren't looking back to address the ball.
Yeah, it's that same play in that same spot. This time it was Matt Matok, but certainly don't want to, especially in the playoffs round, you don't want these mental mistakes. You can live with the physical ones, but the mental ones you got to clean up.
Tyrell Krieger, top of the key for the Vikings. A drive, a look down low to Odier Lang. Boy, the Vikings have really been committed to the high-low, and they have not had much success with it. That post-entry pass to Olang is disrupted. Bellevue will take it back with Christian Carter leading the way up the floor for the Bruins. Carter stepping left, curling back to the top of the key. They'll go high-low. Wilson's inside, two-hand flush. Nigel Wilson getting loose inside, has his first 2 points tonight, and there wasn't much Sam Coppervik could do about that.
Yeah, a bit of a mismatch there. Obviously, Nigel Wilson found himself in, and did what everyone else would do if they had 6 inches on the defender and throw that one down.
25-17, Vikings back down 8. Jaden Pacha stepping towards the right corner. Stopped by Pacha, reversal to Oldier Olang. Olang a head fake, trying to draw a defender, backs his way in, turn, follow a hook shot short. Pacha battling for the rebound, can't find it. Matt Matak has a loose ball rebound for Bellevue. We're inside a 5.5 to play coming up here as Bellevue comes across. And another opportunity for Bellevue to open up a double-figure lead. They have not been able to do that tonight with a couple of chances, but they lead by 8 here. Montgomery up front looking right side to Christian Carter. Screen set by Wilson. Carter dribbles left, kicks to Montgomery in a 3 that trickles off, won't fall. Oldier Olang with a rebound, off to Shahid Muhammad. Vikings back into the front court. Muhammad stepping left, coming back out to Kopervik. A step, Kopervik found an angle, drives in, turns it back to Oldier Olang, and now Shahid Muhammad. Back to the corner, Kopervik wide open for 3 money. Sam Kopervik stepping into a 3. The young man out of Castleton cuts this to a 5-point game at 25-20. Crowd likes it, they come to life first time in a while. Wilson high post for the Bruins with his back to the basket as he takes the basketball. He'll turn face up against Oldier Olang and swings to J.J. Montgomery. Shot clock approaching 10 seconds. Montgomery driving right, got into the post, turns, falls away, shot block, got his own miss. Kicks to Carter with 3 seconds to shoot. Carter stepping back, 1 to shoot. I don't know if he got it off. The horn didn't sound, but the officials say it's a shot clock violation. Now, here's what's interesting about that. The red didn't come on, the horn didn't sound, but the officials knew Bellevue's going to call for timeout. Vikings within 5. It's 25-20 on the LaRue Financial scoreboard. 4:28 to play opening half. We have a timeout for Mobility Plus rehabilitation. And we're back with more in a couple of moments on Viking basketball. Stay with us.
Experience the thrill, feel the passion, and join the excitement. Tickets on sale now at VCSUVikings.com.
Olang hard to the basket with a 2-hand flush. He burst through it. He's to the end zone. Touchdown, Valley City State.
Here's the game-winning shot. Does it go? Yes, it does!
Nelson on the attack. Holland can't make the play. The Vikings sweep the Jimmy. Welcome back to Viking basketball. Ryan Cunningham, Jaden Babiak with you tonight. The voice of the Vikings, the voice of the Valley, KOBC. Video coverage at newsdakota.com, VCSU Athletics YouTube channel. The Vikings have fought back from down 9 on a couple of occasions. They trail by 5 at 25-20. They have the basketball after a Bellevue shot clock violation. Tyrell Krieger driving, Ladarius Stanfield, the high-low. Stanfield in against Vincent with no place to go. Turns it back to the top, and Krieger skies high to take the basketball. He'll step left, spin move to the foul line. Kick out, Grayson from the foul line, jumper off. Lamar's not feeling well, we know it. Has a leg sock on his left leg, hamstring pull. Missed a couple of foul shots earlier. Didn't play in the last 2 games, but giving the Vikings what he has tonight. Ball left side for Raphael Allen for Bellevue. A stop, bounce pass, Liam Thompson, high low to Vincent, through his hands. Picked up by Ladarius Stanfield. The Vikings in transition. Grayson found a way to the basket. Shot blocked from behind. The Vikings want goaltending, but I think that was disrupt before he got his hand up at that point. Allen up the floor to Liam Thompson, who will score in transition. That was a weird play, Jaden.
It was quick, and Ryan Montgomery certainly not happy. The Bellevue bench is ecstatic right now. A great play for Bellevue, obviously. A lot going on in that possession.
27-20, Bruins by 7. Krieger for 3 short. Rebound to the perimeter, and Emar Vincent has it for the Bruins. Another chance for Bellevue to go up by double figures on a 3-point action. Montgomery handing off to the top for Deng Jot. He'll turn it back to the top of the key. Ball taken by Raphael Allen. And now Emar Vincent defended by Lamar Grayson. These switches from Bellevue have really caused the Viking defenders problems tonight. Vincent off the right block. Stanfield comes out to confront him with 8 to shoot. Vincent hard take to the basket, squares up, scores. Emar Vincent now with 8 on the night, and we've got a timeout taken by Valley City State. So the Vikings will talk about it. A timeout for Mobility Plus rehabilitation. 29-20, Bruins by 9, and we're back with more in a couple of moments.
Hey college students, are you looking for a part-time job that works around your schedule, pays well, and gives you free money for college every year? McDonald's offers all of it. We can work around your schedule, and we give $2,500 scholarships to everyone who works for 3 months and averages 15 hours per week. That's 2 full shifts a week or 3 shifts of 5 hours. It's that easy. Let us help you become our next scholarship recipient. Come join our team. Text ND29 to 38000 to apply today.
Timeout taken by the Bruins with 2:45 to play in the opening half. And Bellevue currently leading by a score of 29-20. The Vikings with a basketball. Let me make a correction. That was a timeout taken by Valley City State. My apologies, folks. So the Vikings get the basketball. Inbounds pass comes into the near side for Tyrell Krieger. This is a big moment in the game for the Vikings once again. Sam Coppervig looking off top of the key for Krieger. Krieger trying to shuffle step his way down the sideline. Turns back to the top of the key. Driving right. Krieger a stop. Out to Ladarius Stanfield. Pull-up jump shot from the foul line that won't foul. Boy, the Viking crowd came to life over there. Did they see a foul or something? I'm not sure what they were talking about over there.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I think they thought someone got crossed up or something. Ryan Montgomery, though, when Tyrell Krieger took it to the basket, was not happy with the play. So don't know if they're necessarily getting the kind of plays they want, the looks they want. Obviously down by 9. Kind of in a weird spot right now because it's not like the Bruins are shooting the lights off of them.
Emar Vincent will be called for a foul. No, I'm sorry. The Vikings will be called for a foul defending Emar Vincent. Tyrell Krieger picks up his first ball right back into Vincent. Grayson stripped it away from behind. Raphael Allen gets it back to Liam Thompson underneath. His shot was altered. Vincent comes up with a loose basketball. To the top, Raphael Allen for 3, hits it. And the lead is now 12 for the Bruins. Big 3 for Raphael Allen. That will make it a 32-20 game in favor of Bellevue University with 1:45 to play in the opening half. Krieger on the right sideline, looking off to the top of the key for Ladarius Stanfield. He'll lead off to Lamar Grayson on the left wing. Crossover dribble. Grayson stops on the baseline, reverses to the top. Coppervig driving right, picked up Vincent as a defender. Spins his way back to the perimeter. Shot clock 5 seconds. Grayson spin move in the lane, pulls up, got hit. The Vikings don't get a foul call. Not exactly sure why. The ball's out of bounds on what is presumably a shot clock violation, and it will go back to Bellevue with 1:22 to play in the first half.
Going to give a quick update here, Ryan. Just under 2 minutes in the second quarter. Valley City State down 37-31 to Bellevue University. So Bellevue.
That was 22-13 when we last checked on it, right? So
yeah,
that's a
couple timeouts by the Vikings. Been watching the stats, and
24-8 run for Bellevue. Down in Omaha. That's a tough run. Liam Thompson inside. Ball short from J.J. Montgomery post entry. Tyrell Krieger coast to coast, count it 1. Tyrell Krieger gets loose in transition. He'll score and has an opportunity to go to the foul line for a bonus.
My goodness, and is that ever needed for the Vikings? Obviously, Bellevue having a bit of a good run. Obviously took their largest lead of the night. And, you know, we talk about Tyrell Krieger. He's been leading this offense this year. Could be a big momentum swing here. Obviously at the end of the quarter here still, but make it a manageable deficit going into the half.
Yeah, you need to cut this to 7 or 6 before the break. You want to get another stop, another bucket here as Krieger is at the foul line for the three-point play. He hits it, and Tyrell Krieger has a 10-point first half. 32-23. Bellevue has their lead checked to 9. Full court pressure by the Vikings. They trap on the inbounds play. And the ball brought up by Deng Jal, who got trapped in the front court. He'll spin it back to Raphael and back to Jal. Top of the key, Christian Carter. Liam Thompson off the left wing. Hands it back off to the top for Raphael Allen. Allen back to Carter on the right side. Carter will look in. Thompson trying to step out to the top. He'll take it high block, high low to Vincent. Back in on Olang. The turn, got loose, it scores again. Emar Vincent now with 10, 3 field goals, 4 of 4 the line. The lead for Bellevue is 11. The Vikings go looking for presumably the final shot of the opening half. Grayson out to Coppervig, wants a 3, got it. Sam Coppervig was 6 off the right wing. Boy, it's fun to hear the gym come to life. Lead cut to 8, still 10 seconds. Carter jumped on a double team into Allen, down to Thompson, who's fouled before he got to the basket. And then Coppervig put his hand up through the bottom of the net and knocked a ball that was going down back out of the rim. But the basket was not going to count anyway. There was a foul on the floor before he got there.
Well, I'll tell you what, obviously basket's not going to count, but
it's a heck of a play by Sam Coppervig. I like it.
And you put a textbook definition of goaltending in the dictionary. There it is.
Emar Vincent spotted up, defended well by Odier Olang on a turnaround fall away at the horn, and that's going to take us to the break. Well, the Bruins had a couple of chances to really open this up. They missed on those chances, But the Vikings had very poor luck offensively in the first half and struggled to defend Emar Vincent. And both teams have some things to talk about as this one goes to the locker room. It's 34-26, Bellevue by 8 at the end of the opening half of play as we go to halftime, which is brought to you by Rambo. We're in the business of making you look good at Rambo, and we'll have more from Rambo and our halftime report coming up here in just a couple of moments, so we invite you to stay with us as we continue along with our coverage tonight. You're listening to Viking Basketball. We're back with more in a couple of moments. We'll take another break on the radio side of things to fix up just a couple of additional issues that came up during our reset. We got a couple of additional things to take on there tonight, and we're back with more in a couple of moments. Do stay with us.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938. Securities offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA, SIPC.
This is Dr. Amanda Heck, physical therapist with Mobility Plus Rehabilitation, with offices in Valley City, Lisbon, Gwinner, and Emerald. Our mission is to provide exceptional physical and occupational therapy by highly skilled therapists to minimize pain and maximize mobility, which allows you to return to the quality of life you desire. From sports injuries to work-related injuries, neurological diagnosis, and pediatric development delays, we will evaluate and educate you on your condition, review treatment options, and create an effective treatment plan to solve your impairments based on your unique situation and needs. I invite you to call our offices at Mobility Plus today.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 3 great reasons are Dr. Bond, Dr. Freilich, and Dr. Atwood. 3 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their great selection. Have they got frames? Over 1,000 pair for you to try. So many on hand that you'll want a pair for every outfit. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. In Valley City, Jamestown, or Carrington. Professional eye care centers. Clearly the best.
Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on 3 major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right. Lever's Foods.
This week at Lever's Foods, it's a stock-up sale. Save big on Jack's Pizzas, 3 for $9.57. Sunny D Drinks, 2 for $2.98. Bone-in center-cut pork loin rib chops, $2.99 a pound. Kellogg's family-size cereals, 2 for just $8.68. And red, green, or black seedless grapes, only $1.89 a pound. Delivery is available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
Do you have projects around your home that maybe your time or DIY skill set just won't allow for? Call Tate & John's Enterprises of Valley City. They're your all-around handyman specializing in remodels, construction, tree removal, roofing, new builds, and more. That's Tate & John's Enterprises of Valley City. Call Tate today to discuss your project at 701-490-0528. Tate & John's Enterprises, your all-around handyman. Call Tate today at 701-490-0528.
All right, so for those of you on the video side of things, apologies for a little stop and goes that we've had throughout the course of the night, and not typically the way we do things, but again, Jaden and I had some moments of heartburn and outright panic just before the game tonight after one of our computers decided to need a very lengthy, what do we think that was? Do we think that was about 35-minute on the update?
It was a half an hour, 35-minute update.
And we typically update that computer whenever we see the little yellow dot, we update it, but this one apparently was a big update for whatever reason.
Perfect time for it.
Yeah, exactly, right before a playoff game. Nonetheless, we're hopefully, as we go along throughout the course of the night, reassembling everything we need. It's 34-26. Welcome back to halftime. It's Viking basketball on the voice of the Vikings, the voice of the Valley, KOVC. Our halftime report tonight is presented by Rambo. We're in the business of making you look good at Rambo. When it's time to put your logo to work, you need to talk to Rambo. Rambo has you covered with all the apparel that you're looking for to promote your team, promote your business. They do quality work, they get it done quickly, and they get it done looking your best. Rambo We're in the business of making you look good. We've got a fan here tonight that's a super shooter. He just hit a 3 on one side of the floor. Now he's trying to hit another one. That looks good. My goodness, this kid can't miss. Put this kid on scholarship right now. Look at that guy. Unbelievable. He hit 2 big threes.
3 for 3.
Underneath.
Yep.
That's just, I'll tell you what.
And that last one, Ryan, you could see him in the camera. That was a deep 3.
It was, and he hoisted it from his waist.
Perfect backspin on it. Shooter's touch for sure.
I'll tell you what. Now is when you go ask that girl out, by the way. Just saying, right? Again, our score at the end of the break, the Bruins 34, the Vikings 26. Ryan Cunningham, Jaden Babiak, Lindsay Tombarge tonight with our videography work, and she's obviously had a challenging night because we couldn't put together things the right way for her before we got started, but somehow, some way, we've been able to bring you this one. The Vikings are struggling in one category, the post defense. Emar Vincent has been trouble tonight. TJ Fritz hit a couple of threes in that sequence. Bellevue hit 4, but really what has been the key tonight is that the Vikings have tried everything they can to slow down Emar Vincent. They've distributed some fouls. They've tried to defend him, but he's been unstoppable. 10 points. The Vikings have struggled to find some offense. The drive to the basket has been almost completely shut down tonight. What's kept them alive? Couple of threes by Sam Kobervig and 10 points in the opening half by Tyrell Krieger to at least keep the Vikings on life support here.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned Sam Kobervig, obviously, with a pair of triples and up to 6 points. And, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be collecting huge points, 20, 25 points. It's those big threes. It's those momentum threes. Tyrell Krieger gets fouled, completes the three-point play. Obviously, Valley City State having a lot of difficulty with Emar Vincent, the size inside, and I think they're forcing the high-low game a little too much. We've seen Odier Lang get buried. We've seen Jaden Pacha get buried a little bit. Want to be a bit more creative, maybe on the outside. Get a different look. You're down by 8. You know what? You look better late in that first quarter. Obviously, you got that big triple from Kobervig, and, you know, you got a little bit to talk about, but you're not out of this game at all just yet. And certainly, you know, you've held Bellevue probably to where you know it's manageable getting back in this game, and you know the answer at the end of the day is going to be containing that size.
Absolutely. Individual numbers that we have and team numbers at the break as well. Let's start with those. Bellevue ends up shooting 50% from the field in the opening half, 12 of 24. The Vikings just 39% from the field in their home arena, which is a bit of a problem. Bellevue 6 of 6 from the free throw line. They did not get to the foul line much after a quick start tonight. 4 of 8 from the three-point line. The Vikings were 4 of 7. Rebounding numbers, though, squarely in the hands of Bellevue. 5-1-0 glass and 19-8 in the overall. Turnovers, the Vikings committed 6, Bellevue committed 8. Individual numbers at the break tonight. For Bellevue University, 10 points, 3 rebounds for Emar Vincent, including 2 offensive rebounds tonight. Pair of 6s, Liam Thompson, 6 points. TJ Fritz with 6, both 3-point shots from TJ Fritz to get to 6. Deng Jal hit a 3, and he's got 3. Raphael Allen a 3 and a 2. He's got 5 on the night, and Christian Carter with 2 points, along with Nigel Wilson, 2 for Bellevue. For the Vikings, they were led by Tyrell Krieger's 10 points. The Vikings got 6 from Sam Kobervig, couple of big threes for Sam Kobervig. Good to see him continuing to shoot well after that performance at Dakota State near the end of the regular season. Shahid Muhammad with 3, Jaden Pacha with 3, Ladarius Stanfield has 2, Odier Lang has 2 as well for Valley City State. The Vikings trail 34-26 at the break. Our halftime report brought to you by Rambo. We're in the business of making you look good. We've got more. We'll give you an update from women's basketball down at Bellevue University tonight, where they're playing in Omaha. They trail at the break as well. More on that coming up as we continue. Viking basketball continues next on the Voice of the Vikings, the Voice of the Valley, KOVC, with our video coverage tonight at newsdakota.com and also on the VCSU Athletics YouTube channel.
When your team, school, or business needs custom apparel or promotional products, Rambo is here to help. With over 40 years of industry-leading experience, state-of-the-art machines, and dedicated employees, we have the tools and facility to handle any job. With online ordering solutions for sports teams and businesses alike, you can count on us to get the job done correctly and on time. To get your next project started, contact Matt or visit us online at rambo.com.
Hey college students, are you looking for a part-time job that works around your schedule, pays well, and gives you free money for college every year? McDonald's offers all of it. We can work around your schedule, and we give $2,500 scholarships to everyone who works for 3 months and averages 15 hours per week. That's 2 full shifts a week or 3 shifts of 5 hours. It's that easy. Let us help you become our next scholarship recipient. Come join our team. Text ND29 to 38000 to apply today.
We aren't meant to be still. And while you determine the direction you'll go, we're just here to help you along the way. So go. Go with experience. Go with teamwork. Go with neighbors. Go with integrity.
Orthopedic pain is limiting. It's unpredictable. And when it disrupts the way you move, it disrupts the way you live. Life is better when you feel empowered to move the way you want, when you want. And that's where our experts come in. We're your guides to orthopedic and sports medicine treatment options that can manage your pain, rehab your injuries, and restore your confidence. Take back the freedom to move. Explore your orthopedic options at Sanford Health.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right. Lever's Foods.
This week at Lever's Foods, it's a stock-up sale. Save big on Jack's Pizzas, 3 for $9.57. Sunny D Drinks, 2 for $2.98. Bone-in center cut pork loin rib chops, $2.99 a pound. Kellogg's Family Size cereals, 2 for just $8.68. And red, green, or black seedless grapes, only $1.89 a pound. Delivery is available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
When you're craving the taste of juicy, flavorful, locally sourced beef and pork, look no further than your locally owned Valley Meat Supply. At Valley Meat Supply, we take pride in bringing you the finest cuts of beef and pork straight from local producers. So whether you're planning a mouth-watering barbecue or a cozy family meal, choose Valley Meat Supply for the highest quality, locally grown beef, pork, and award-winning jerky, sticks, and sausage. Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City. Your taste buds will thank you.
Well, a couple of more technical difficulties. Welcome back to our coverage of Viking basketball tonight on the Voice of the Vikings, the Voice of the Valley, KOVC, NewsDakota.com with our video coverage and online at the VCSU Athletics YouTube channel. 34-26, Bellevue leading Valley City State by 8 as we make our way towards the second half. Halftime report brought to you by Rambo. We're in the business of making you look good at Rambo. The Viking women are in action at Bellevue right now. Jaden, you got eyes on that one. Tell us what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely, Ryan. Viking women down 38-35 at half. Obviously, we updated you in the first quarter. At the end of that first quarter, they were up 22-13. So obviously, Bellevue went on a bit of a run there. Obviously, Valley City State clawed back, and it's a close one at half. Leaders for Valley City State, Abius Leeson and J.C. Richter with 8 points apiece, and Gabby Moore carrying the offense with Ashton Arnold. She's got 13, Gabby Moore does, and Ashton Arnold has 9. Valley City State trails by 3 in Omaha.
All right, Omaha, Nebraska is where that one's going on. And right now it's a 38-35 game in favor of Bellevue. Winner there goes on to Dakota State University, the number 1 seed in the tournament. The number 2 seed in the tournament is Mayville State. And UJ tonight is in action with Dickinson State. The winner there in Jamestown will move on to Mayville State coming up on Saturday. And we'll see how the women's tournament goes in the semifinals. And on the women's side of things, Dakota State's in the national tournament. And there could be at-large berths for Mayville State and the University of Jamestown. I would think Mayville State likely to get an at-large berth. And UJ probably needs to beat Dickinson tonight to get an at-large berth. On the men's side of things, though, there will be no at-large berths. That's just not going to happen tonight. You take a look again, for those of you on the video side of things, we have the tournament bracket up on your screen, and none of these teams picked up national recognition throughout the course of the year at all. And so if you don't get to that green box on the right-hand side of the screen, you're not going to the national tournament. There will be no at-large bids in this one at all this year.
Yeah, certainly a tough dynamic. Obviously, used to it in baseball. Obviously, the conference winner goes, to the regionals in baseball. Obviously, Bellevue's taken the conference for many years in a row. Works a little differently, obviously. Bellevue loses that final game. They go, anyways, it's all that. But yeah, different dynamic when you know your life is on the line in all these tournament games, and you don't have a second hope. Obviously, you want to win the conference no matter what position you're in, but you have a bit of insurance if you know you're getting into that national tournament and you happen to drop a game in your conference tournament.
Vikings will have the basketball to start the second half. Shahid Muhammad will inbound the basketball. And Tyrell Krieger will bring it across Jaden Patcha on the right side of the floor. Back off to the top for Oda Urolang. Olang taking a look to the right side. Ball knocked loose, but it's picked up by Patcha, or correction, by Tyrell Krieger. Krieger driving the lane right side, got to the basket, hard take. He's got it. Tyrell Krieger with 12. Vikings get back to within 6 right off the bat in the second half.
Yeah, needed that one out of the gate. Tyrell Krieger extends to 12 points on the night. He leads the Valley City State offense.
R.J. Smith to Christian Carter on the left wing for Bellevue. Liam Thompson left corner into R.J. Smith. The high-low, they got it again. We being Valley City State, have not been able to find a way to defend that post tonight.
No, whether it's been R.J. Smith, Emar Vincent, any of the size, and Bellevue has options.
Ball on the top of the key with Tyrell Krieger. Krieger driving in, took a hit in the perimeter. And we'll see about the foul here that will go against Liam Thompson, his second. So Thompson will pick up his second. The lead is 8 for Bellevue. 36-28 on the LaRue Laco Financial scoreboard. 19:05, just 55 seconds gone by. TJ Fritz in quickly to replace JJ Montgomery. And with Fritz not in the starting lineup, that's a curious change, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And Emar Vincent in as well for R.J. Smith.
Quick
changes.
Yeah, they made those changes within about a minute or so. They did it in the first half as well. Krieger a stop on the baseline, reverses one to Shahid Muhammad left corner. Muhammad driving in back to Krieger, had to go way up to grab that pass. Muhammad is really sacrificing the body tonight. A back turn to pull up from 15, falling away, that's missed. The rebound in the lane. Liam Thompson has it for Bellevue. So the Bruins come away with the basketball. 36-28 your score. They can go up again by double figures. They led briefly by 12 back in the opening half. Raphael Allen off to the top of the key for Liam Thompson, and now Christian Carter. Carter taking a look. Allen comes open on the right wing. Steps out by the sideline in front of the Viking faithful. Shot clock under 10. Thompson on top, defended by Koppervik. Head fake by Allen, got a defender in the air. Easy waltz to the basket, and Allen will score with the left hand.
And with the shot clock running down like that, you just can't make it that easy for Bellevue to walk in and get that basket. Obviously, Valley City finding themselves down by double figures now. See who steps up for the Vikings.
38-28 your score. Patcha driving, hard take to the basket. Got one to high bank in. That's a good look for Jaden Patcha to finish, because that's not easy. Patcha's got 5. 38-30, the Vikings hanging around. You feel like Valley City State needs to make that push at some point. Christian Carter on the right side of the floor for Bellevue. He'll hand it off to TJ Fritz. Fritz coming back, goes in for Emar Vincent, who gets buried underneath the basket. That's a travel coming up against Emar Vincent. Vikings force a turnover and get it back. Well, you feel like right now is where it's got to happen too, right? I mean, you can't afford to stay down 10 points for too long.
Absolutely.
The Vikings haven't made that push yet tonight. They've been able to string a couple of baskets together back to back, but they haven't found that 7-8-0 run as of yet. Patch on the foul line. A turn back to Tyrell Krieger. Krieger taking a look towards the right, works that direction, comes back out top of the key, step back 3 against Thompson. That was challenged. That's going to put Tyrell Krieger on the foul line. Liam Thompson's going to be called for his 3rd personal.
Yeah, here's a chance, Ryan. You get your 3 shots here for Tyrell Krieger and put yourself back within 5. Obviously, free throws were a bit of a problem early on for Valley City State. Got to steady the ship, though.
And Krieger, throughout the course of the season, was an 81% foul shooter in conference play. And he's got 13 tonight as he knocks down the front end here. But that was during the run of the conference. 81% from the foul line. That's about as confident as you can be in somebody. Krieger's second is on the way. That one's short. So after we laud his praises from the foul line, we jinx him. And we'll see a change as Matt Matuk will come back in for the Bruins at the post.
Well, and before the ball goes live again, Ryan, second half action underway in Omaha. 40-37, Bellevue still leads by 3.
Second foul, or rather third foul shot for Tyrell Krieger is good. He's got 14. That's Bellevue's women over Valley City State tonight in the women's tournament. Ball knocked away on the inbounds pass that's out of bounds off of Muhammad. It'll stay Bellevue basketball. Good challenge by the Viking defense, and J.J. Montgomery is coming back into the game for the Bruins to replace Raphael Allen.
Well, you certainly feel Valley City State has maybe come out the better team in this second half. Obviously still early to tell, but seems like they've at least neutralized Bellevue from that high-low standpoint, obviously forcing that travel on Emar Vincent. The best you're going to do is disrupt him. You're not going to completely take him out of the game, but if you can disrupt him, we've seen it be effective.
Well, the best way to do is to deny him the basketball, and to do that, you've got to put some pressure on the perimeter, and the Vikings have tried that tonight too, but Bellevue's been good at doing a couple of things, getting the ball inside and finding the defensive assignments they like with their switches throughout the course tonight. J.J. Montgomery into the front court, defended by Muhammad. Christian Carter to Emar Vincent on the top of the key. Back inside, Montgomery to Carter, driving to the basket. Shot altered by Coppervig, and the loose ball comes out to Tyrell Krieger. The Vikings can cut it to 4, possibly 3. Krieger, a cut against Vincent down to the baseline. A turn, a look back into the lane. O'Lang comes out for a basketball. He'll reverse to Sam Coppervig. Coppervig looking left side to Jaden Patch. A hard tag, just missed it. He'll go to the foul line. TJ Fritz got him on the way in. That one nibbled around and wanted to and just wouldn't. Yeah, and Patch is going to the line.
Hung on the rim for just a second. That's going to be on.
It's actually going to go against Emar Vincent.
Right.
He turns and looks and says, "What I do?" And now it's Bellevue that wants a timeout. We'll keep it here. Timeout brought to you by Mobility Plus Rehabilitation. So, Jaden, what's next on the baseball side of things?
Well, we catch a late afternoon flight on Friday, and we're headed down to Florida for two and a half weeks and 15 games to play there, and certainly very fortunate to be able to go on a trip like that. So the team's excited, and we're ready to get to warmer pastures, Ryan.
I'll tell you, playing baseball at Valley City State really stinks. 2.5 weeks in Florida during the spring. Man.
It's a hard sell every year.
I know.
It's a hard sell every year.
But you guys you're feeling pretty good about where you're at right now, right?
You know what? Started the year off better this year than last, and we're in some games we know we should have won. Obviously down 10-1. One of the games we come back tied up 10-10 and unfortunately drop at 11-10, but we know we have a good group. We know we have a lot of character, and it's going to be a really exciting season for the guys.
Right.
I'm excited for the guys this year.
You guys get home March 28th, I think, right?
Yeah, and you know what? I'll tell you what, and I'm going to knock on wood. There's none here, but I'm going to find a piece of wood. The weather has looked pretty nice to where we might be able to play Bellevue at home.
Wouldn't that be something? And Bellevue's the #1 ranked team in the conference this year, so that means your first conference games are at home against the top team as far as the pollsters have it. Out of the timeout, which was converted to a full for some reason. I thought they called it a 30. Jaden Patcha's first foul shot is good. Patcha with 6. The softball team's been active over at the UJ Dome. They're getting ready for a trip as well. And then everybody comes home, like we said, last week of March, first week April. Second foul shot for Patcha is good. We'll have video coverage of Viking baseball and softball this year as well. However, no Jaden Patcha. He'll be playing at that point. We're not going to get a chance to catch up with him. Vikings back within 4, 38-34. Bellevue with a basketball. Still a lot of time, 16.5 to play in the second half. Christian Carter crossover on Krieger, jump by Odier O'Lang. Carter stepping down towards the baseline. He'll come into Matt Matak on the foul line. Matak drives the shoulder in, offensive foul. All right, here's the moment, Viking fans. You're within 4. You're on a 6-0 run. It was 38-28 Bruins. You've cut the gap to 4. Can you make this a one-possession basketball game and change the complexion of this on your home floor?
Well, just what you said, Ryan. They haven't had that 6-7-0 run. They've been able to string baskets together, but Here it is. Here's your time. Who's going to step up and who's going to drop it?
Olang to Shahid Muhammad, stepping right on Emar Vincent. Comes left, kicks out. Krieger, a ball fake on a 3. Got to the foul line. Between the legs dribble. Ball disrupted by Matak. Krieger got it back. Back to the basket. Forced to the perimeter. Shot clock at 6 seconds. Krieger crossover. Baseline move to the rack. Shot blocked by TJ Fritz. And Fritz comes down with the basketball. And now Krieger shaking up in the backcourt. Fritz to the basket. Scores in transition. The equivalent of a takeaway breakaway. Lead swings back to 6 at 40-34 in favor of Bellevue. Muhammad will hand off to the left side for Jaden Patch as the Vikings are back up front. Coppervig reversing off to the top of the key, finding Krieger. Into Patcha, down on Matak, leans in, fires, and it rolls out. Emar Vincent comes up with the rebound for Bellevue. The Vikings a couple of decent looks. That one for Patcha was a hard shot to the basket, but got to look inside. Ball back to Fritz for Bellevue. Top of the key, Christian Carter. Matak will hand it off. Back off on top of the key, J.J. Montgomery. Carter off the right side to look in. Still holding the basketball. Still looking down. Boy, that's a physical game in there, and they're going to get Odier Olang for a handful of jersey on Emar Vincent. Second on Odier. Well, here comes Lamar Grayson and Ladarius Stanfield for the Vikings. And now Caden Grindy will come in as well. And boy, if the Vikings ever needed a Lamar Grayson, they need him right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Lamar Grayson, obviously someone they've leaned on when he's been healthy. And, you know, you're going to want to see a big impact from number 3 here in this second half. Season on the line for both of these teams.
Ball in the right corner. Christian Carter moving his way in, kind of dragged the pivot foot, got away with it. His turnaround fall away ends up short off the front of the rim. Shahid Muhammad with the rebound for Valley City State. He'll play it off to the left for Caden Grindy. Grindy back to Muhammad, pull up for 3 on the way off the heel of the rim. Boy, a big old board for Stanfield. Count it, Ladarius Stanfield. Huge offensive rebound for the Vikings.
God, needed that after the 3-point miss, and back to within 4. Manageable for Valley City. And Ryan, again, you want to see this 6-0, 7-0 run to try and get back the lead or at least tie this game up. This building is ready to erupt.
Run is 8-2 right now, Vikings. TJ Fritz to the top for Raphael Allen for Bellevue. He'll come back to Christian Carter. Shot clock already under 10. Carter trying to fend off Lamar Grayson. Now steps left and lost the basketball in the lane. Grayson to take away 3-on-1. Up the floor, Grindy, reverse layup. Caden Grindy to the basket. Timeout Bellevue. The Vikings are back within 2. 40-38, Valley City State back within 2 on the Bruins here at the W.E. Osmond Fieldhouse, and the crowd approves. We have a timeout for Mobility Plus Rehabilitation, and we're back with more in a couple of moments. This is Viking basketball on the Voice of the Vikings and the Voice of the Valley, KOVC. We've got more next.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care.
Timeout taken by Bellevue as the Vikings have strung together a 10-2 run. They've cut the Bruins lead to 2 at 40-38. Down in Omaha, the Viking women have rallied from, up a bunch and then down 7. Now they've taken the lead in that matchup against Bellevue in Omaha.
Yep, 50-48, Ryan, they lead. Abby Asleason, 12 points. J.C. Richter, 10 points. Gabby Moore for Bellevue, up to 20 points on the night.
Yeah, Bellevue's had our number. They won all 3 games against the Vikings this year, but I think Vanessa Johnson would tell you that the Vikings should have won 2 of those games, if not 3. And so the Vikings trying to get the one that counts in the NSAA tournament down in Omaha. Here the Vikings are back within 2 at 40-38. Bellevue with the basketball. Raphael Allen across. He'll give to Christian Carter out of the Bellevue timeout. Carter using a screen from Emar Vincent. Matt Matak will take the basketball. Flex motion to TJ Fritz on the left wing. Stanfield comes out to get him. Fritz a stop, back to Carter on top. Shot clock again under 10. It's been there habitually throughout the second half. Carter to the basket, score it. Christian Carter, hard take to the window. Vikings back down 4 at 42-38. Lamar Grayson back in the game, playing with an injured leg. He'll step off towards the left for the Vikings. Works back towards the right side of the floor, hands to Sam Coppervik.
Copperbig will kick it out, and a three by Stanfield is off the heel of the rim. Rebound strong to the perimeter. Grayson got it, got to the rack, got fouled, and count it. Lamar Grayson going hard to the basket. The injured man with his first 2 points tonight. He gets fouled on the way in, and the Vikings have a chance at a three-point play.
Wholesale line change coming up for Bellevue, and Lamar Grayson, that's what you need to see from him, an impact player for the Vikings. Chance to get this to a 1-point game. And you know, you talk about a Bellevue team that had a 12-point lead at 1 point in this game. This game is just like the women's game, been flipping back and forth
Tightening
all night.
up. Take a look at that again on the replay while Lamar Grayson knocks down the three-point play, and there's Lamar Grayson. He took all kinds of contact on that, but ends up finishing it. He finishes the three-point play, and the Vikings are back within one. It's 42-41. Bellevue leading by one. The Vikings nearly forced turnover. They're going to say a ball was deflected, no backcourt violation, and they'll get it down low to Deng Jal, who will score. The Vikings, a trap on the half line, forced the ball back into the backcourt, but they'll say the Vikings knocked it loose. The officials are right on top of it. Looked like a pretty good call. And the Vikings are back down three. Grayson driving opposite a screen. Now drives into the screen. Back to the basket. In on Montgomery. Turn, fall away. Give it to Lamar, but he won't get it. Won't get it to fall. Rebound taken by Raphael Allen on the baseline. Those are shots we're used to seeing go in for Lamar Grayson throughout the season, and he's struggled with that tonight. Deng Jal on the right side for Bellevue. Liam Thompson to Raphael Allen on the near wing. Allen a stop, looks left corner, three by Montgomery's good. J.J. Montgomery stepping into his first scoring tonight. Lead quickly back to 6 at 47-41. After the three-point play a moment ago by Lamar Grayson, cut it to a 1-point game.
And you want to see a quick answer. Don't let Bellevue run away with this one.
Grayson a stop, left wing, Shahid Muhammad feeling a three. He's got it. Shahid Muhammad stepping into a three off the left wing, and a timeout taken by Valley City State. Let's get an update from Omaha. That one's going well now for the Vikings.
Yeah, Valley City State extending their lead, 57-50 here. Let's get the leaders. It's Abias Leeson still with 13, J.C. Richter with 10. Actually, the offense spread out pretty well. Olivia Backus with 8, Ashlyn Deemer with 7, Elise Hebrink, Ali Broughton, and Madison Spacier with 5 each. And then still for Bellevue, Gabby Moore, 22 points on the night.
That one now a 7-point lead for the Vikings at 57-50. The Vikings led at one point in that game by 9, then trailed by 7, and now lead by 7. So it's crazy down there in Bellevue.
Yeah, it's crazy up here too in Valley City, Ryan. We got two excellent playoff games, it seems, on our hands, and obviously maybe you send me down to Bellevue for this one, and you know, we run a double broadcast, but then I run into the technological troubles, and then we only have
and besides, Bellevue the other week asked us in not so many words if we would kindly, like, you know, for Valentine's Day, they had some special things going on. They didn't think they'd have enough space for media down there, so it's a little tough to go down there and cover a game once in a while. Allen, Liam Thompson looking into left side. They've got R.J. Smith with the basketball, back in the game as an original starter for Bellevue. Back to the top for J.J. Montgomery. The lead is 3 for Bellevue at 47-44. Liam Thompson stepping left corner, reverses to Raphael Allen out by the circle. Shot clock at 8 seconds. Allen stepping up, moving left, ran into Shahid Muhammad, turned, fall away on the way with the left hand, Wild. Rebound foul, it's on the floor, and I think it's going against Odier Lang to keep the ball with the Bruins. Third on Odier, and Tyrell Krieger will come back into the matchup for the Vikings to replace Shahid Muhammad. And now Ladarius Stanfield will come in to replace Odier, so the Vikings get small against a big Bellevue team.
Yeah, it's either way you're going to be mismatched. You don't really have someone who can go toe-to-toe with 6'8", 6'9", but let's see what Ryan Montgomery has in mind here. Vikings only down by 3.
R.J. Smith, the basketball backing in, follow-away hook shot, good for R.J. Smith. 4 for R.J. as they go right to their size. Again, the Vikings right now not really going to have a true post defender. Ladarius Stanfield came out to get R.J. Smith, but that's a mismatch by probably 3 inches and 30, 40 pounds at that point. Lamar Grayson, left wing crossover, left elbow starting up towards the baseline. Kicks to Caden Grindy, a pull-up for 3 by Grindy is good. Boy, you get the feeling the Vikings are emptying the load tonight, right? I mean, it's everybody can do whatever they can. Grindy hits a 3.
Yeah, absolutely. Vikings have the and that's going to be on Lamar Grayson right there, half court.
Yeah, Grayson's going to be called for a foul, stepping across to take one away. Lead cut to 2 again at 49-47. Valley City State back within 2 of Bellevue. Christian Carter to inbound the basketball. Raphael Allen waiting for it. Winner here goes to Dickinson State on Saturday. And the loser of this matchup is eliminated from action. There will be no at-large bids in this tournament for anybody. A step in, Raphael Allen to the baseline, had a shot block. Ladarius Stanfield, good defensive stand, comes up with the takeaway. Tyrell Krieger into the front court for the Vikings. Grindy head fake to Lamar Grayson. Baseline move, step back, out to the right side for Krieger. Krieger between the legs dribble, stop and go right side to the baseline, fall away, hit it. Tyrell Krieger has tied the game. It's back to even on Tyrell Krieger's 16th point. We are even at 49 with 10 to go. Deng Jal into the lane, stripped to the basketball, got it back, lost it. In the air, Krieger. Vikings go looking for a lead. Lamar Grayson, spin to the bucket, wave it off. They're going to say foul on the floor. Lamar Grayson got to the basket and scored. The officials will not give him the continuation. He'll go instead to inbound the basketball.
And this building erupts,
Yes, it
Ryan.
did.
Oh my goodness, and obviously disappointed to find out it's not going to count. The chance for the lead here for Valley City State. You got your playmakers on the court here.
Inbounds pass comes in from Tyrell Krieger. Screen set for him. He'll stop. Comes back to Lamar Grayson. Crossover, high bank, and that one won't go. But Grayson's on his way to the foul line, and Lamar is giving you every minute he's got left in the tank. We'll see another foul against Emar Vincent, his third. And Lamar goes to the foul line to try to give the Vikings what I believe is going to be their first lead tonight, if he can get one.
Yep, you're absolutely right. And my goodness, what a playmaker. Lamar Grayson, 2 really good looks. And I thought that second one was falling, didn't get the roll, but the chance here for the first lead of the night.
First on the way is good for Grayson, 50-49, Valley City State by 1. By the way, that's the 7th team foul against Bellevue, which means the Vikings again enjoy the penalty for 9:49. It was over 10 minutes before. The Vikings will spend 20 minutes of the game enjoying the penalty from Bellevue. Second foul shot, good for Grayson. The Vikings lead by 2. 5 points for Lamar Grayson, 51-49. Valley City State, 2 points ahead. Ball in the back court with Bellevue. Montgomery into the front court. Looking right side for Emar Vincent, back to J.J. Montgomery for the Bruins. Some between the legs dribbling for J.J. Montgomery as he curls to the left wing. Grindy comes out to get him player to player. Montgomery stepping away. Shot clock again under 10. Montgomery looking right. Comes back to his left. They send Vincent in. Can't find him in the high-low. Carter with a shot clock winding down. Misses off the heel. Stanfield the rebound. The Vikings in transition. Grindy off to Lamar Grayson. The Vikings catch up. Right side of the floor, it's Krieger for Valley City State. He'll step to the foul line. Stop and go against Matak. He'll turn it back to the top for Grindy. Back to Lamar Grayson. Between the legs, a stumble with the dribble. Shot clock at 10 seconds. Grayson stepping out, looking for a screen. He steps left, plays it corner. Pacha for 3. Hit it! Jaden Pacha sticks a 3. The Vikings go up 5. We have a timeout with 8:49 left to go in the second half. Valley City State 54-49 in the LaRue Laco Financial scoreboard. A 5-point lead as we take a timeout for Mobility Plus Rehabilitation. This is Viking basketball on the voice of the Vikings and the voice of the Valley, KOVC. Video coverage, newsdakota.com, and online to the VCSU Athletics YouTube channel.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938. Securities offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA, SIPC.
Timeout taken by Bellevue with 8:49 to play in the second half. The Vikings have come back from at one point down 12 to take a 5-point lead. The Vikings trail 32-20, biggest lead of the night for Bellevue. Now the Vikings, their biggest lead, 54-49. Tyrell Krieger, 16. Lamar Grayson with 5, playing his heart out right now with an injured leg, and Jaden Patcha sticking a 3 a moment ago. He's got 10 points in the game now with 7 in the second half.
This is a Valley City State team that just looks like they're emptying the tank right now, giving all they got, and that Jaden Patcha 3 brings this crowd to life, and a lot of confidence right now for the Valley City State.
Inbounds pass to Emar Vinson for Bellevue. He'll turn it to J.J. Montgomery. Bruins get to work. Carter into Emar Vinson, back to the basket on Patcha. Patcha's going to be called for a foul, bodying up on Emar Vinson. Patcha with his first. The Vikings have committed 4. 2 more to give with 8.5 to go. And the inbounds pass will come in from Christian Carter for the Bruins. They'll corner up the lane. Vincent taking it on the right block. Now back to the basket against Stanfield. Shoulder down. He goes to the basket and scores. The Vikings again want to charge on Emar Vincent, but they say no harm, no foul. And the lead for the Vikings cut to 3 at 54-51. Grayson up front, handing off to Tyrell Krieger. Krieger getting a screen for some help. Gets another, comes back to his right hand. Steps out, left hand dribble, got inside. Stanfield on the right block, turning on Vincent, looking for a path, can't find one. Throws it back to the perimeter, and Patcha runs it down in front of the far sideline with 5 seconds to shoot. Hard take by Patcha, and Emar Vincent says, "This is my area, please remove the basketball."
Yeah, that was thrown with force. And Valley City State gonna have to draw something up. 2 seconds left on the shot clock here. This would be a big stop for Bellevue, actually.
Inbounds pass, Krieger, and a pull-up by Grayson from behind the backboard. Grayson hits the shot for his 7th. He was falling to his right in the right corner and was behind the backboard when he took the shot.
Oh, that's not fair, Ryan. That's not supposed to go in, but it does for Lamar Grayson.
We'll take it. Vikings lead by 5. Deng Jal on the perimeter for Bellevue, and the crowd now coming to life. Inside, Vincent against Patcha. Leans in, shot block, Patcha foul. Emar Vincent's going to the foul line. You know, I got to tell you this. I'm a Viking through and through. But gosh dang it, I love Emar Vincent. You know, I just love this guy. I really do. He's an unassuming guy with the black glasses, and you know, he just kind of casually walks back to the foul line. He plays the game like it was 20 years ago. You know what I mean? And I just love this guy.
And he absolutely fits his role. He does what he's supposed to do. And Emar Vincent, a force in the paint all night. He's up to 13 points now. Ryan Chance for 14, leading this Bellevue team. And yeah, terrific player and certainly a force to be reckoned with in the paint. You almost have to make adjustments based on simply the fact he's going to be there in the paint all night long.
Second foul shot will come up no good. The lead remains 4. 7:30 to play on the LaRue Laco Financial scoreboard. 56-52. Valley City State leading by 4 over Bellevue. The Bruins led by 12 early. A drive inside and a fall away by Lamar Grayson that won't fall. Rebound foul coming up against Stanfield, and Bellevue gets it back. Down in Omaha, the Viking women have opened up another 7-point lead with just under 8 to play in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. Holding serve for now, and we'll see as this game goes down the wire here. Obviously, both these games are set up for some good finishes.
Ball comes into the front court for Bellevue with Emar Vincent. The Vikings by 4, 56-52. TJ Fritz stop left elbow out to Raphael Allen, who's closed upon by Jaden Patcha. Allen stepping back out between the rings, circling towards his right, shot clock at 10. Allen stepping left, now Lamar Grayson going to get called hands on. And that will put Bellevue in the penalty. That's the 6th team foul against Valley City State. Or is it the 7th? It will be the 7th, so that means Bellevue shoots foul shots. You know, you win, Jaden, and the thing is, yeah, there's no at-large bid. Yeah, you got the number 1 seed, but you win tonight, you get to come back to practice tomorrow. That's the reward, right?
Absolutely. And, you know, you talk about, for the men here, you're going to the number 1 team's barn on a Saturday. If
you just beat
them,
though.
Exactly, and that's in the women's side, too. You know what? The Viking women beat number 9 Dakota State at the time, so you talk about a path to the finals that's doable, that's manageable, that they know they can do. It's this year for both teams.
Second foul shot wouldn't fall for Raphael Allen. The first did. The lead is 3 for the Vikings at 56-53. Tyrell Krieger left side for Valley City State. Behind the back, spin lane, hard take, scoop, layup, missed. Rebounds on the floor, and Liam Thompson has it for the Bruins. Under 7 to play. Carter into the front court for Bellevue. Stepping down the near sideline. Couple of crossovers as Grayson comes out to get him. A stop for Liam Thompson. Looks at Allen on the right side. Allen flashes high to the wing to take the basketball. Vincent comes over to set a screen. Right side, TJ Fritz stepping his way to the basket. Scoop, he's got it. That's a tough look for TJ Fritz. He's got 10. Vikings in transition the other way with their lead check to 1 and a foul against Christian Carter. Getting back to front, Caden Grindy. This will put Carter on the foul line. It'll put Grindy on the foul line. Christian Carter has his first.
Well, here's where these free throws become all that more important. Up by 1 here, Valley City State. And you knock down these two. If you're Caden Grindy, you're up by a full possession. And certainly going to come down to it here. You know, you talk about missing those early free throws and stuff that can make a difference, certainly at the end of the game that you look back on.
First foul shot for Caden Grindy is good. Viking women have opened up a 9-point lead down in Bellevue. I'll tell you what, Valley City State has not been able to find a way to defend that team all year. And Vanessa Johnson, the wizard, just trying to come up with something else. Okay, Gabby Moore can score 100, but no one else can score, and that seems to be what's going on right now for Bellevue in that game.
Yep.
Second foul shot for Grindy. No good. The lead is 2. Caden Grindy comes up empty. Bellevue with the basketball and the rebound. 57-55. Valley City State by 2. Raphael Allen up front. TJ Fritz on the right sideline. Fritz curling back top of the key. Deep 3. It's off the heel of the rim. All alone for the rebound, Lamar Grayson. Vikings going to stop back up front. We're under 6 to play. Grayson top of the key finding Grindy. A step towards the right side. Patcha working his way in. Patcha got to the glass and missed. I think he thought he was going to get called for a charge, but they haven't called Emar Vincent at all tonight, so you can't really call that on Patcha. But that time it left Patcha without much to do after he thought he'd get a charging call.
Yeah, you got to finish that play if you're Jaden Patcha for sure.
Carter, right sideline to Liam Thompson on the right elbow. Thompson stepping back, looking in, reverses to Raphael Allen with 10 seconds left in the clock. Allen stepping towards the right. Crossover on Grindy. Left the ball behind. Lamar Grayson steps in to take it. Grayson down the floor against Fritz. Scoop layup. He's got it. Lamar Grayson to the window. He's got 9. Back to a 4-point edge for the Vikings at 59-55. Carter stepping across the stripe middle. Bounce pass to Nigel Wilson for Bellevue on top. Back to Carter. Carter stepping back towards the right. Crossover dribble. Left corner Liam Thompson. Thompson goes down low to find Wilson. Ball out of his hands, and it's back to the Vikings. Patcha and Olane close the gate, and it's mishandled out of bounds by Bellevue, and the Bruins want a timeout. On the LaRue Financial scoreboard, 4:54 left, second half. The Vikings lead by 4, 59-55. We'll keep it here. Timeout brought to you by Mobility Plus Rehabilitation. Down south, they're halfway through the fourth quarter. The Viking women leading 71-61 in Omaha tonight against Bellevue.
Yeah, certainly opened this one up. Obviously, they led early in that first quarter. They finished that first quarter with a 9-point lead, and then Bellevue storms back, obviously on the back of Gabby Moore. But since then, Valley City State found a way to come back and neutralize the Bellevue offense. Certainly still time in both these games for anything to happen, but good looks for the Vikings right now. You like the position they're both in.
59-55, Valley City State with a 4-point lead. And 4:54 to go in the second half as the Vikings inbound the basketball.
And Ryan, there's something to be said about these last few matchups, Bellevue and Valley City on the men's side. All low-scoring games, and certainly not, for the lack of opportunities, just really good defense by both teams.
Vikings into the front court. Tyrell Krieger bounce past Odier Olang, right elbow. Olang will hand it back to Krieger, who steps out into the corner. Emar Vincent to defend him. Krieger to the basket with a reverse layup. Misses. Olang came down with a miss, but ends up out of bounds with the basketball. This will go back to Bellevue. Got a pretty active crowd tonight. I'll tell you what, we got people at the gym, all corners, getting after the referees. This is small college basketball really at its finest tonight. Love it.
Oh, absolutely. Well, this is the fullest I think we've seen the bubble all year, and
Lots of
no better
students
time to do it Wednesday night on campus. Why not? Playoff basketball.
Emar Vincent to TJ Fritz on the right side. JJ Montgomery taking a look in. Vincent covered up by Krieger, at least for the moment. Back to Fritz on the left side for Bellevue. Jump stop in the lane. Misses, but will go to the foul line. Took a shot on the jump stop. Bellevue still shooting 54% from the field. The Vikings 45%. It's a tough number to give up in your home arena, but the Vikings leading by 4 as TJ Fritz will go to the foul line with 10 points tonight.
And for TJ Fritz, 2 big shots here. You want to make this a one-possession game for sure. And again, this is kind of where Valley City State was. Bellevue was dictating the pace. They had the answer, but weren't able to reclaim the lead. And for Bellevue, you have to have the answers here. This is going to come down, right till the end. I can, see that happening.
Yeah, 4:17 left, and nothing really decided in this one yet. Lead cut to 3 as TJ Fritz knocks down the front end. Second's good, and the Viking lead has been checked back to 2 at 59-57. Both games with 4:15 left to go at that moment. The Vikings down in Omaha in women's play, and the Viking men here with Bellevue in this matchup here in Valley City. Ball with Caden Grindy, handing off Lamar Grayson. Take to the basket, spin, fall away for Lamar, nibbles in. Big shot for Lamar Grayson, always scoring second half. He's got 11. 61-57, Valley City State back up by 4. Ball on the top of the key, and with it is TJ Fritz on the right wing. Fritz setting down a dribble, working back right side. Montgomery lobs one into Emar Vincent. Covered up by 2 defenders. The kick out. Carter for 3, buries it. That's the danger when you sell out with a help side defender. Someone's open. Carter hits you for 3. 61-60. The Viking lead is 1. 3:25 left second half of the LaRue Financial scoreboard. Grayson getting a screen, working right, backdoor, Grindy baseline cut, got stuffed underneath the basket and lost the ball. Loose ball picked up to J.J. Montgomery. Lead to Fritz, wide open to the basket, goaltending the call. Ladaria Stanfield came over to hit that one as it was on its way down. TJ Fritz will be credited with a basketball, and now Bellevue comes back to take a 62-61 lead.
Back and forth action here down the wire, and not to take anything away from this, but the women just had their lead cut to 5, so both games really tightening up, coming down to the finish line here.
The hardest thing to do in sports is end somebody's season. There's just something extra about it. And now the Vikings down 1 with 3 minutes to play in this opening round NSAA game. A drive to the basket, Grayson misses a scoop layup. Emar Vincent comes down with the rebound. This is a big possession for Bellevue to try to go to work rebuilding a lead that they once had by 12. Ball on the right sideline. Montgomery bounce pass to Fritz. It'll swing back to Carter, and now on top for Liam Thompson. He gives it back to J.J. Montgomery. Shot clock approaching 10. Carter into Emar Vincent. He's kept away from the basket. Backs in on Krieger. That's a charge. They don't call it. He'll score. That absolutely was a charge. That time Vincent put his shoulder down and dislodged the defensive player. That's textbook charge that wasn't called. 64-61, Bellevue now by 3. I'll give you the first ones. That might have been some sell, but that one was a charge. Top of the key, Krieger for Valley City State. Spin move to the foul line, kick out. Patch a head fake for 3, drives to the basket, took a foul, and will go to the line. And now Patch is hobbling. Comes away with an injured left limb. In the meantime, a blocking foul, I believe, against Emar Vincent. That'll be his 3rd.
Yeah, Jaden Patch actually putting little to no weight on it. Still in a bit of pain here. Obviously gonna have to knock down these free throws here. Again, talked about it earlier. These are gonna become incredibly more important as we get down the wire here. And obviously the Vikings only trailing by 1 possession. So
Patch's first is good. Lead cut to 2. 64-62 Bellevue. 2:07 left on the LaRue Financial scoreboard. 1 possession game. The Vikings have led by as many as 5, no more. Bellevue led by 12 early. Second foul shot for Patch is good. Net barely moved. He's got a dozen. Lead is 1 for Bellevue, 64-63. Carter to Liam Thompson on the near side of the floor. Thompson a look, trapped. Got rid of it to Christian Carter. Carter stepping back out on the top of the key, working towards the right. Looks in left side, found Liam Thompson. Ball knocked out of bounds. Waiting for a call. None yet. Still none. And apparently it's going to be Bellevue basketball. We're kind of supposed to eyeball that one,
yeah.
Jaden, all right?
No, I believe the judge right next to, the referee next to Lucas Gabriel actually made the call.
Okay.
Judge.
I didn't see him actually definitively point, but we'll go with it. High low to Emar Vincent, denied by Ladaria Stanfield. It's out of bounds.
And I think they'll take that trade-off, to be honest with you. Emar Vincent would have had a mismatch
Oh, yeah, he was behind the defender,
Take
too.
a bit of time off the shot clock here. You know what? Force Bellevue to put something up in 11 seconds. They'll definitely take that trade off.
Inbounds pass to come in from Carter again into Emar Vince in the right corner. Stanfield coming out to defend him. Now Stanfield has to hold his ground. Picks the basketball and a foul against Emar Vincent, holding up Ladarius Stanfield to go after the loose basketball. Well, that's one way to defend him. The Vikings have tried everything else tonight. Pick the basketball, get into a physical match with him for a loose ball, and get him to commit the foul. The Vikings are going to the line, looking to take the lead. That's the 10th foul against Bellevue.
And Emar Vincent did not expect that. A little pickpocket move there by Ladarius Stanfield. Smart play by him. Obviously, you're not going to defend him with your size, so you got to be smart. And Ladarius Stanfield, really smart play, picks up the foul rewarded here. 2 foul shots, chance to take the lead.
So Ladarius Stanfield at the foul line with 4 on his night. He's 2 of 2 from the line so far this evening. He's 3 of 3, ties the game. We're even at 64 all with 101 seconds left to go in regulation. And now Ladarius to try to crack the lead back in the Vikings' favor. He does so. Ladarius Stanfield with 6. 1 point Viking lead, 65-64 over Bellevue. Christian Carter near side to J.J. Montgomery, back to Carter against a Viking token trap. And now Carter will move his way towards the left wing. Slides back to Liam Thompson. High-low Vincent underneath, blocked. Jaden Pacha came over the top and blocked the shot. The Vikings get a stop they've been looking for all night in the post. Timeout, Valley City State. Timeout taken for Mobility Plus Rehabilitation with 1:16 to go in the second half. It's the Vikings 65, Bellevue 64. We've got more on the way in a moment here on Viking Basketball.
When your team, school, or business needs custom apparel or promotional products, Rambo is here to help. With over 40 years of industry-leading experience, state-of-the-art machines, and dedicated employees, we have the tools and facility to handle any job. With online ordering solutions for sports teams and businesses alike, you can count on us to get the job done correctly and on time. Get your next project started, contact Matt or visit us online at rambo.com.
Experience the thrill, feel the passion, and join the excitement. Tickets on sale now at VCSUVikings.com.
Olang hard to the basket with a 2-hand flush. He burst through it. He's to the end zone. Touchdown, Valley City State.
Here's the game-winning shot. Does it go? Yes, it does!
Nelson on the attack. Holland can't make the play. The Vikings sweep the Jimmy. Timeout taken by Valley City State. A 1-point lead for the Vikings. And the Vikings will have the basketball with 1:16 to go, 65-64. The Viking women lead by 7 down at Omaha with 1.5 to go, trying to hold on there. Can we make it 2 for 2 tonight?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's going to be a race down to the wire for both of these. Don't think a 7-point lead safe down south, and obviously 1 point for Valley City State. This is a massive possession for the Vikings. Let have a bit of an interesting look there on the offense and defense.
Tyrell Krieger to Lamar Grayson, 1 minute to go. Grayson a turn, kicks to Caden Grindy, and his shot won't fall. TJ Fritz comes down with the basketball for Bellevue. 50 seconds, Fritz right side, finding Montgomery, off to Emar Vincent. You mentioned it, Jaden, the Vikings have had to win the last 2 games with their defense on the floor against Bellevue. Montgomery with 15 seconds, into Vincent, collapsed upon and fouled. Lamar Grayson over the top will put Emar Vincent on the foul line.
And I'll tell you what, he just caught a piece of Emar Vincent. Got a lot of the ball there, almost intercepted that pass, and obviously putting Emar Vincent at the line here. And again, I'm going to say it a 3rd time, free throws become huge in this spot. And the fans are certainly going to get into it here and try and get in the head of Emar Vincent.
We'll see a change as Raphael Allen will step back in for Bellevue. The Viking crowd roaring to life. Emar Vincent at the foul line for Bellevue. Boy, listen to this crowd at the W.E. Osmond Fieldhouse. Get into Emar Vincent at the line trying to tie the game. It's a 1-for-1 penalty. Vincent's first is no good. The Vikings got a miss, and they've got the basketball. Jaden Patcha comes up with a rebound. 65-64. The Vikings by 1 with 30 seconds left. You can thank the sixth man for that miss. And now a timeout taken by the Vikings. 23.2 to play, 16 to shoot, and a 1-point Viking lead. Oh boy.
Take a breath. My goodness, what action. And yeah, you can thank the crowd noise, the stomping, everything for that Emar Vincent miss. Gonna take it to the women's game here quickly. Just over a minute to go. Valley City State up by 6. Madison Spacer just picked up a foul, so we'll see what that means as far as points goes. Great finish upcoming here at the W.E. Osmond, Ryan.
Absolutely. So the Vikings will be at the foul line, or rather they'll have the basketball with 16 seconds to go. A three-point play of any kind forces a two-possession game down the stretch. The Vikings score a bucket. They lead by 3. The differential is 7.2 seconds. Both teams are in the penalty. Both teams are in the double penalty. And the held ball possession arrow favors Bellevue. Each team, timeouts remaining. The Vikings have 2 left, Bellevue with 1.
This is why you love sports, Ryan. I'm not even on the court right now, and I got some nerves. This is what you came to see on a Wednesday night in Valley City, I'll tell you that right now.
All right, here come the Vikings. Patcha, Grayson, Krieger, Grindy, Stanfield.
Got to be sharp here on this inbound.
Undersized unit that's battled tonight against Bellevue's size. Inbounds play. Patcha to inbound. Grayson comes open. They'll allow Grayson to take the basketball. Grayson with 10 seconds to shoot out by the half line. Krieger goes through. Grayson starts right. ISO to the basket. Missed it. Tapped back to the basket. No good. The Vikings run down the miss. The shot clock is off. Krieger is fouled with 7.8 seconds left. He's going to the line for the double penalty. Well, once again, we know this. Unless the Vikings get a rebound on a missed foul shot, they're going to once again try to win the game with their defense on the floor. And they've done that a couple of times against Bellevue in short order. Oh, boy.
This is
monumental free throws coming up here for Krieger.
Absolutely.
It's the double penalty. The crowd goes silent. The first is good. 17 for Tyrell Krieger. A crowd that was so loud not that long ago. Almost like it's the Masters.
Yeah, I was just going to say, from the Super Bowl to the Masters at the crowd level noise. This is big right here.
You're hitting the second shot at Amen Corner here. It went that quiet. Krieger to try to force a 3 to tie it. Krieger's second foul shot is good. Bellevue needs a 3 to tie. 7.8 seconds. Raphael Allen front court. Timeout with 5.3 to play. It's a 3-point game down in Omaha, 77-74. Bellevue gets back to within 3 of Valley City State down in Omaha with 45 ticks left down there.
Both Vikings up by 3, 7 and about a 7-hour drive apart. Can both teams finish here? Obviously, time is running on this one.
I'll tell you what, that Viking student section tonight has been a factor.
Yes, absolutely. Especially you talk about that free throw by Emar Vincent, and you know, you tie that game, you play it very differently as far as an offense from Valley City State. You go for the dagger, and you know, the Bruins, if they tie that game, they don't have to worry about the clock. And you know, just a huge swing there, and yeah, loud all night. Came back to life on a couple 3-point shots, a couple 3-point plays. It's been a fun night to be at the W. Osmond Fieldhouse.
And
Ryan.
you know, the thing is, folks, these are the moments, like I can look across and I see football players over there and I see volleyball players over there, and these are the moments on a college campus that take Vikings for 4 years and turn them into Vikings for life. It's this kind of experience. And you know, we're going into the Frontier and it's more Friday, Saturday, and I've talked with some folks here at Valley City State. Wouldn't it be nice to have some Wednesday games? And we got to figure out how to produce more of this at Valley City State. Okay, 5.3 to go. The Vikings by 3. Bellevue needs a 3 to tie. Win or go home in the first round of the NSAA tournament. Christian Carter will inbound for Bellevue. They need a 3 to tie the game. Carter to inbound the basketball. He'll give to Emar Vincent. Vincent trying to scoop it. Carter's got it. 3 at the horn. No good. The Vikings are going to Dickinson. Valley City State will once again win the game with their defense on the floor. The Vikings come back from down a dozen and they knock off Bellevue University. Your final score, the Vikings 67, Bellevue 64. The 4 seeds move on to the semifinals where they'll see Dickinson State coming up on Saturday. What a game.
What a finish. What a finish. What a game. And obviously a team that started off slow, a team that started off 1-7, 2-9, come back, get a home game in front of the fans, a loud barn, a loud crowd, the chance to go to Dickinson, do what they did once already, upset the number 1 team in the conference. And for this Valley City State Viking team, their confidence should be high right now, a team that's peaking at the right time, Ryan.
Now let's take a look down to Omaha before we go to our post-game report, as Bellevue misses the front end of a double penalty down in Omaha. They're down to the Vikings 77-74. Valley City State trying to hold on for a win. Second foul shot for Omaha is no good. The Vikings a rebound, then go put this away, as the Vikings will go to the foul line after picking up a rebound and a missed foul shot, and it looks like a timeout going to be taken there. So 77-74, a timeout taken there. We'll take a timeout here before we start our post-game report, and then we'll come back, pick up action down in Bellevue, and try to wrap this one up tonight. Viking basketball will continue in a couple of moments. Stay with us.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care.
All right, so in Bellevue, the Viking women lead 77-74. They were fouled, so they have the basketball with 13.3 seconds left to go in the women's game. And we're just going to pick up our look at that. It was not a foul for foul shots. My apologies. So the Vikings have the basketball with a 77-74 lead, and they'll inbound in the front court. From what we can see on the video feed, it looks like that's J.C. Richter that's going to inbound the basketball. She got it in, and we'll see a foul coming up. Ellie Broughton is fouled for Valley City State, so Broughton will now go to the foul line. That will produce the penalty. And Ellie Broughton with a foul shot can probably win the game for the Vikings as they lead by 3 with 11.5 seconds left, and everything in the women's game, obviously the double penalty, so Broughton will get 2.
Yep, this would make it a 2-possession game here, and it
First
will.
one's good.
Yep.
Vikings lead 78-74 down in Omaha in women's play. And so it would appear that the Vikings are going to hold on down in Omaha, trailing early in that game, or leading early in that game, then trailing. Now the Vikings get an offensive rebound on a missed foul shot. The clock down to 8.8 seconds left. And the Vikings likely going back to the foul line, I believe, or was that a held ball?
Nope, they're going. No, it was a held ball. That's
yep,
right.
So the Vikings have it. The Vikings have it on the arrow. And now we'll see a timeout by Bellevue. In the meantime, we're going to catch up with Ryan Montgomery, the head coach of the Viking men. And it looks like he's got friends that are coming up to join him tonight. So Ryan Montgomery on his way up as we try to track in what the Viking women are doing here tonight in their matchup, leading 78-74. But Ryan Montgomery on his way up to the broadcast area. Absolutely. Yep, come on in, Ryan. Absolutely. Come on in, Coach. All right, Ryan Montgomery with us. Ryan Montgomery, the head coach of the Viking men's basketball team, 67-64. Coach, I don't know what's happened here. You've had to win some games with more adversity than you can possibly imagine. You've had some lineup changes. You've had injuries. Your leading scorer doesn't get to play a lot in the first half tonight. Boy, these guys they're really coming together right now, and they seem to be playing for each other and really selling out for each other right now, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, we've been working on it. We had a really tough stretch there with. I'm just sorry. I'm distracted by our women right now.
Yeah,
Looks like they might get a win
by
here.
4, yeah.
That would be an awesome thing. Good luck to them in the last 8 seconds here. But no, our guys are playing well. We have found a way to work with our roster and how they like to do things, and we've really benefited off of playing to our players' strengths as of late.
Well, let's talk first of all about Lamar in the second half tonight. I mean, leading scorer for you under normal circumstances. He came in the first half. You could tell he was hobbled a little bit. He wasn't himself, but he went hard to the basket every time. That and one that he took was a big moment, but playing with injury and just a real gut check moment for Lamar Grayson tonight to give you what he gave you in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, he's been out with a hamstring strain for about a week. He did it at Bellevue, and it's been really frustrating for him. It's been frustrating for us when you can't practice with him. I mean, he's got 2.5 good practices before this game, but he's a senior, and I was going to ride him if he could. It's his potentially last game. Every one is a potential last game right now, and you got to give him the credit that he toughed it out.
You've got Oda Uralang. We're going to talk to him in a little bit, but I want to talk about how you guys had to try to defend Bellevue's size, because that is their weapon. That's their differentiating idea that you perhaps don't have. You had to find all kinds of ways to do it, and everybody took a few fouls tonight and everybody took a few bumps. But what was your idea against those big posts from Bellevue to start the game tonight? It might look like I'm doing a lot of different things and all that type of stuff as a coach, but honestly, I just asked my players to get around, front them, and be tough. There's no science to it or any of that stuff. Hey, our girls just got to win. That's a big W for them. But I just asked our guards to be tough down there. We're not going to do anything special. We're just going to do what we do and play. It seemed like everybody did something a little bit offensively tonight. Obviously, a big night tonight for Tyrell Krieger. I think he finishes with 17 points this evening. 18 points for Tyrell Krieger. But we mentioned Lamar in the second half. You've got a big three from Jaden Pacha, a couple of them from Sam Coppervig. Caden Grindy hits one. Shahid Muhammad hit one in a key moment. I mean, everybody seemed to be looking for the team right now.
Yeah, I mean, we are figuring out how to play through our strengths. I think Ty's one of the best point guards in the league. We got to give him the ball. We got to let him do what he does. And then we got to let Lamar be Lamar. And sometimes it's frustrating as a coach, but because it's not the prettiest basketball in the world, but we're just trying to find a way and that was our motto going into today. Find a way to win. Doesn't matter at this time of year. It's survive and advance. We're almost in March. This is the fun part of being a college basketball player.
I've got to ask you, Coach, there are so many fans out there that have been around basketball, and they say to themselves, it's got to be uncomfortable to get to this point of the year and be figuring it out. I mean, you want to have it figured out if you can before you get to this point. But you seem awfully comfortable figuring it out. Your guys seem awfully comfortable figuring it out. This is a weird spot to be in, and at the same time, it's a successful spot to be in. You've won 4 of your last 5 games.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's the goal. Like we say that in November. We're like, I don't really care what happens right now as long as we have figured out how to play good basketball, and it needs to be at the right time. I feel like we're doing that right now. We got a really tough game on Saturday going into Dickey, and it's going to be a fun atmosphere. We beat them last time. We just got to make sure that we do all the little things right against that basketball team.
Coach, thank you so much for your time tonight. We appreciate you, and good luck on Saturday. Looking forward to that.
Thank you, guys. Go Vikes. And we got Odie here for you.
Yeah, let's get him. Let's get Oda Uralang coming in here. Oda Uralang going to step up here tonight, one of the seniors on this Viking team, and one of those pieces of the recipe to defend all those big guys that Bellevue threw at you tonight. And I mean, Oda, you're one of the biggest guys we got, so you must have known when you saw Bellevue on the other side of the bracket, you're going to be your job tonight. You had some help, but that's certainly not a fun time in there against those big men, is it?
Not fun time at all, especially Emar. I give Emar Vincent his props. He's a hard dude to handle down there, but just working every day in practice, working on front end, working on getting in front of the bigs, being Omaha, being help side, just trusting coach, just trusting everything. That's what it really came down to.
Let's talk about we mentioned this tonight, that if you win, you don't know what happens from here, but you get to come back to practice tomorrow. You get to do that. And, it takes a lot of determination to say, guys, it's not going to end for us tonight. Was there some of that talk
this week, today, getting ready? Did you guys come around that idea?
Every day. You got to take it one step every day. You know, when you get thinking ahead of time, you start to forget the little steps you got to do to win. And we just reminded ourselves every day you got to come committed, come prepared, and do every little thing every day in practice to get that dub. And that's what we did.
Lamar Grayson, you know he's hurt right now. He looks hurt. Hey, one of your mates down low, Jaden Patcha, he's hurt right now too. These guys kept right on playing. Got to have a lot of respect for those guys that keep throwing their bodies around to try to keep this team going right now.
That just shows their determination and their will to win, you know? Like, we worked our whole lives for this, and we said just leave it all out there tonight. It could be your last game, so play like it is. And those guys definitely played through it. They played a battle.
Well, let's talk about what's left. Dickinson State, you beat them the last time that they were here. The other side, there's a Mayville component over there someplace, I think. There's a Dakota State component over there. There's a UJ component over there. Does this team feel like they can play with anybody that's left in this league right now?
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
And this one helps, I suppose, huh?
No doubt about it. No doubt about
A lot of determination. I love it. I love it, Odeir. Thank you for joining us tonight, man. Odeir Lang joining us tonight. Viking men's basketball team. Congratulations on the win, Odeir. Good to see him. Good to see some smiles. I'll tell you what, Jaden, this Viking men's basketball team, there was a moment in time in the middle of the season, boy, you just kind of wondered, right? I mean, it was a tough, tough spot for the Vikings to be in at one point in the course of this season. And you wondered how or if it would come together for this team. And to see them win 4 out of their last 5, to go on the road and sweep Dakota State and sweep Bellevue, or just sweep those two teams and get this home game because they did that, and then take advantage of it down the stretch with the crowd behind them and things like that. It's a really sweet way to start telling the end of the story for this season, right?
Oh, absolutely. And a win like this is such a confidence win. You know you can do it when it's not perfect, when it's a close game, when not everything's firing. And you know what? An old baseball coach here, Casey Olney, used to say, you know what? As long as we are peaking at the right time, there's no problems. And they are peaking at the right time right now. Obviously, you said won 4 out of their last 5, took down a couple really good teams in that stretch. And after that horrific start when they were tied for last, this team's going to the semifinals, right?
Absolutely. Final numbers on this one tonight. For Bellevue University, 15 points for Emar Vincent, 5 rebounds. And, Odeir says, hey, give that guy his props because he was good tonight. TJ Fritz with 14 points this evening, and it was a quiet 14. That kind of sneaks up on you. Raphael Allen, 8.7 rebounds tonight for Bellevue. Christian Carter with 7 this evening. 6 points tonight for Liam Thompson. Dang Jal ends up with 5 tonight. R.J. Smith with 4, J.J. Montgomery with 3 points this evening as well. Nigel Wilson with 2. For Valley City State, 3 in double figures. How about 12 tonight, or rather 18 tonight for Tyrell Krieger, 4 rebounds. Jaden Patcha with 12. Lamar Grayson with 11 on a bad leg, and it was all second half. But the support, Caden Grindy 6, Ladarius Stanfield 6, Shaheed Muhammad 6, Sam Coppervig 6. Those are big, big moments. Odeir Lang 2 points. 5 rebounds tonight. Ladarius Stanfield led the team in rebounds with 7 boards to go along with his 6 points here this evening. It's a heck of a night for Ladarius, who was undersized defending everybody that he had to match up with tonight. Heck of a game for the Viking men. The Viking women win. Hey, guess what? The Vikings won 2 games by a combined 5 points tonight. The Vikings have won 3 in a row against Bellevue in men's play by 2, by 1, and now by 3. If we played them tomorrow, we'd win by 4. But I'll tell you what, it's a win. The Vikings are going to Dickinson State, and the Viking women are going to Dakota State.
Yeah, absolutely. And then a couple numbers from this Valley City State game down in Omaha. Final score 78-76. Got a little dicey at the end on a turnover, actually. Bellevue got a quick basket with a few seconds left. Ran out of time, couldn't foul in time. Scoring leaders for that game, J.C. Richter, 19 points for Valley City State.
2 in a row now for her.
Yep, she's had a really good week. Actually had the nod. The North Star gave her the nod last week, and then Abby S. Leeson follows up with 15. Let's see, Gabby Moore for Bellevue, 23 points. She finishes there, 9 for 18 from the field. Zakiya Muhammad, 14. Ashton Arnold, 12 over there. Valley City State sweeps the day 7 hours apart. 2 different states, 2 wins for Valley City State. And like you said, Ryan, off to Dakota State, off to Dickinson State. the number 1 seeds, but number 1 seeds that have lost to the Vikings in previous matchups.
It is always a good day to be a Viking. And with that, we're going to wrap up our coverage. Video side, we'll see you again soon for baseball, softball, unless something freaky happens and we get a home game on Tuesday, which is not likely to happen, but hey, things happen, all right? And on the and we'll see you for baseball, softball. On the radio side, back to regular programming. Jaden, one more. We got to do it, baby. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Ryan. It was an electric one, and couldn't have been a better one to finish on. I appreciate.
Absolutely. Let's finish with a win, and we did it.
Absolutely, and yeah, I appreciate everything and the opportunity. And we had some fun doing some football, doing some basketball, doing some volleyball. It's been a great year, and it's always fun to be a Viking.
Hey, you know what? If your path keeps you around,
hey,
you stick around. You got me? You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm hearing everything you're laying down.
A great work tonight by Lindsay Tombarge, who had our videography work tonight as well. We worked through some troublesome issues. Somehow we pulled this thing together and the Vikings win, so we're glad we did. Your final score tonight from the W.E. Osmond Fieldhouse, the Vikings 67, Bellevue 64, Valley City State on to Dickinson on Saturday afternoon. This has been Viking Basketball, and the voice of the Vikings, the voice of the Valley, KOVC.